place. Ain't no place.
That hasn't been filled up still? Right, Shalom, Shalom. The GMS Virginia camp back out here once again to do what we've been called to do, and that's prophesy. Before we get started, like always, want to give all praise and glory
To Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kadosh.
Number one is our teachers, the elder apostles, the great millstone, the men we learn the truth from. Shalom to the hopeful elect.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 1. O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Almighty, Most High of Israel, the soul in anguish, the troubled spirit crieth unto thee. Hear, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and have mercy, for thou art merciful, and have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee.
Yeah, that's the cry of the men and a few women that's getting their minds right in order, you know, with their powers, with their creator, their father, Yahweh. Their spirit's in trouble, right? Why their spirit's trouble? Because we're not able to live freely within the confines of the law that our father gave us. We're not able to live a righteous life according to the ways of the scriptures, right? It troubles us to go off daily, to sin daily, right? It troubles us to have to serve other nations who don't adhere, keep the laws of Yahweh Shemashah, right? It troubles us to not have control over our own households, right? Over our, supposed to be our women, right? Our children. These things trouble us on a daily basis. And we have to just sit here and take it, right? As a punishment for breaking that first covenant, that first bond that we went into with the Most High Yahweh, our Father, right? So within that, we're being troubled. So we're crying out now, the ones that are waking up to what the hell is going on in society. That society is totally amok right now. Everything's been flipped upside down, right? Everything's in the wrong place, right? Everyone's being taught the wrong things. Shit, people are flat out pagans. Not just people that have sold their soul to the system, but your average day person is a paganist, willingly or unknowingly. Knowingly or unknowingly, they engulfed in these different feast days, right? They engulfed in the customs of the oppressor, which is what, you know, you look at Christianity, that's the same plantation shit doctrine that's been here since we came to the shores of America, right? You work, you toil for masses. Then you preach that same doctrine, you know, love thy neighbor, servants, be obedient to your masters, right? God loves everybody. That's the same Roman Catholicism, that hasn't changed since we was in chains. What has changed from the Christianity we was in when we was in chains to the Christianity now that we're out of the chains? Nothing has changed. People still put up the Christmas trees when you used to be the Christmas presents. They used to give your ass a little Susie and had little Susie ride you, man. I seen one, I forgot which movie it was, but the Jake for Christmas, you know how they do the scene with the three wise men, which that shit is all, the scriptures don't say it was only three wise men, but they had Susie, she was playing, and they had the nigga boy, the slave, being the donkey. In the place, she riding him in master's house. But fast forward to this day and time, you people still uphold these traditions, still uphold these customs of your enemy, of your oppressor.
Yeah.
And that troubles us because we're in our right mind.
Okay.
We're out of what these red pill guys call the matrix. Right? We're in our right spirit. Thanks to Yahweh Shemashah, we're able to discern what should be and what should not be. And what should not be is the way America and the rest of the world that thinks like America is. That's why we can sympathize with the Koreans, the North Koreans, the South Korea that's totally been domesticated by America, with the North Koreans, the Elamites over there in East India. We can sympathize with some of these other countries because they realize the thought process of the beast over here is totally off. Which the beast is Europe, right? So if you hold the philosophies of the beast, you're defiled. And there's no coincidence that all the nations that make up the beast are you so-called white people, the European nations. Whether it be Belgium, whether it be Germany, right? Spain, France, so forth and so on. And then when you look at these Davos meetings, these World Economic Forum meetings, who's up there? The nations of the beast. Germany, France, Spain, right? Is that a coincidence? And they push their thought process out of the whole world, right? They want to have you people thinking it's okay to eat bug food. It's okay to.
I seen that.
It's okay to wear masks 24/7.
Yeah.
It's okay to social distance for the rest of your life, right? It's okay to be engulfed in a social media incorporated world where your mind is entrapped through a device. What does the spirit do? Right? What does the spirit do? The spirit dwells in your mind.
Yeah, the meeting.
It ain't gonna dwell in your ass. It ain't gonna dwell in your stomach.
Yeah.
The spirit dwells in your mind, and the devil understood that. That's why he started you off as a young kid putting shit in your mind.
Right.
Whether it be the things you listen to, the music, whether it be the shows you watch. He knows the spirit dwells there, so he wants to implant his thoughts into your mind. Right? So now you have assumed the things of your enemy, and your spirit is shaped after your enemy. That's why Yahweh Shah said, what? Ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of the things that he would do, you do. Right? Why do you have such a major addiction on porn? Well, because of society that allows it. If the society didn't have Pornhub and all these other sites run rampant where your kid can just get on the phone and just go to it. If the society didn't have it, then you wouldn't have addiction to porn because there wouldn't be no fucking porn to look at. But because the society has it, now you have these people consuming it, now their mind is entrapped. That's a major addiction for even married men, right? Why is basically being whorish, right? Promiscuous, right? I was looking for promiscuity. Yeah, promiscuity. That's why promiscuity is run rampant. Because they teach your daughters and your wives that they can just flaunt themselves, they can show cleavage, they can show the shape of their ass, they can roam the streets. When Titus clearly tells us that a woman is supposed to be keepers at home, but you tell that to the women and they say, boo, that's boring, I don't want to be there. Well, now you don't want to be what the Lord created you to be. The scriptures tell us that he did not make man for the woman, but he made woman for the man. Right?
Yeah.
But over here they say, no, everybody's equal. We all bleed red. If I cut you, you bleed red. But that stuff like that troubles us, right? So read that close again.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 2. Hear, O Yahweh, and have mercy, for thou art merciful, and have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee.
And we recognize that we've sinned, we transgress. Right? So we're crying out to our power to deliver us from this confusion and madness that is taking place on the planet Earth. Right? We don't give a damn if y'all, hey, we was back in ancient times, hey, go Ross. It's not on me. Because it's better to be with the Father and Big Bro than to be in this mess. The only reason I want to be down here is to fulfill the will of Yahweh Shah. There ain't no reason for fucking to be here. Ain't no reason for you people to be here. That's why that's what the scripture said, let the multitude perish that was born in vain. That word vain means worthless. The Lord said your lives are worthless. The Lord said that. And we can prove it in the scriptures. Why? Because at the end of the day, what have you done? What have you done for your creator? Not a goddamn thing, and then you just go die. Look at all the people that's dropping dead right now. They're aged in their 20s. What have they left for the Lord? What have they done for the Lord? That's a vain life. Just because you ride around in a fucking Corvette, that don't mean shit. What does that mean to the Lord? You got a fucking Corvette made by a so-called white man. What does that mean to the spiritual world?
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing. It's vain.
That's
and that's why Solomon said that. He said, matter of fact, brother,
I got that right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. And it's Ecclesiastes 1, and I'll just start at 14, get to the point. And it says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
And Solomon was the richest man ever. And he was the wisest man ever. Right? Palaces, all the women, all the type of cattle you can have, the land, had an army of men at his back.
On earth.
It was peace on the earth. Good point. It was peace.
Yeah.
And he still said all is vanity.
That's
right?
Yep.
That's what happens when you're living in a society where people go off on a daily basis and they're consumed by their lust, right? Because at the end of the day, people are still going off in Solomon's kingdom. It was a time of peace, but it wasn't a time of perfection. So you still had adultery going on, right? You still had homosexuality going on, right? Bestiality going on. You still had hypocrisy going on, which is the so-called white man's MO, hypocrisy, right? Now you got this whole thing that popped up. I looked at it yesterday. This new Jake that got beat up, which that's a fucking psyop. Because at the time of everybody talking about what's going on with these elites and the banking system and the cryptocurrency, now a nigga just pop up, getting his face stumped out by 5 nigga cops, and then the nigga that's always the representative for these Jakes pops up right immediately. What's the nigga name? The bald head guy. He was there for the George Floyd. Yeah, the lawyer. He was there for the George Floyd. He was there for the chick, the Britney chick. He was there for all. He immediately already there at the stand, speaking on behalf of the family. If that don't show you this shit is rigged, everything is a goddamn lie. And they just chose this nigga to be the lawyer.
Yeah, and on top of that, you got 5 Jakes that are cops. Come on, man. No Edomites. Come on, man.
Yeah, he said this time, since the heat on me there.
Yeah.
This time I ain't gonna make a cop a so-called white man. Because what you gotta understand, the police force has been a skull and bone secret society. Right, that shit was a sold out organization. Going back to the Paddy Patrol when we got off the plantation. Police force ain't nothing but sworn in, enemies of us. And the higher you go up to these police departments, the more wicked they are. The more they're on the behalf and beck and call the elites. They got certain police chiefs that they can call and get shit done. So don't think just because Jake got his face up there that it was just a natural occurrence. Like I said, this stuff happens every fucking day. They choose which ones they want on over the news. If it's on CNN, Fox, which is owned by the Rothschilds, if it's on CNN and Fox, it's fucking fake, man. It's some shit they want you to fucking get open arms about. Some shit they orchestrate. They said we're gonna kill a nigga today and put it on the fucking news. Jakes get harassed by cops every day in every major city throughout America. If that was the case, it could be a goddamn news clipping 24/7 right now. This bitch or Jakes getting wrongly harassed by cops. Put to death by cops. Rape. Google rape by cops right now. See how many women have ran to the. I've been wrongfully detained and raped by cops. Why they ain't all on the news? Now they pick another nigga and then he crying out for his mama again. Like Floyd, he got him crying out for. You see how he play with him? But see, he can get the 2/3 like that because the 2/3 are just brainless niggas that's concerned with whatever they see on the fucking screen.
Yeah, especially in New York. Like I said, man, a kid was stopping him. Like I said, an NYPD car. And then Jesus stepped on and then, of course, arrested his dumbass. Like you said, they fought for everything. They protest. Like I said, going on. Hey, you at the U.S.
For no fucker, and that's vanity. That's vain. Because at the end of the day, he's still gonna throw your ass in FEMA camps. Y'all still gonna take this chip. Y'all still gonna lose y'all money out of these banks. Right, it was a clip. These people, they went to Bank America recently. Bank America told them, hey, look, we don't have y'all got it.
That's one of the worst banks to go to, though. The Bank of America. I mean, come on, man. The logo itself.
But see, what's been saving these banks is bailouts, right? Bailouts is when the government comes and prints more fake money to circulate to help these banks stay afloat. But what's about to happen is bail-ins to where the banks, because they said the banks, they don't have enough money on store, they don't have enough assets on store to cover everybody's funds within the banks. So to keep them from going out, they're gonna take your money and pay their debts off. That's the bail-in. So you're gonna go to a bank one day and find out that your money ain't there. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because they had to pay off their debts.
Yeah.
And that's about to happen.
Yeah, because that's one thing. Yeah, because like I said, the banks. I'm gonna say one thing. Like I said, the banks, they're not run off or anything. Like I said, you can create a bank just out of nothing, man. And you store your money in there. That's
the way it works. All right, so the brother's right, but the way it works is when you go to the bank and you borrow money or you go and get money out of your bank account, that money is tallied at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, the banks tally how much leaves the bank
Yep.
and how much comes to the bank. So at the end of the day, your bank borrows against the major bank. So the major bank has to give the other banks a loan.
And what is the major bank?
That's wrong.
No, the
Fed.
real, the Fed, which is owned by who?
Again.
The Rothschilds.
All right.
So that shows you the whole monopoly scheme, which is why you look at that board game Monopoly. That's right. Now, if you look at the character of the Monopoly, the Monopoly character, the guy with the top hat and the
White man.
the mustache, that's supposed to be Amar Meyer Rothschild,
Oh wow.
right? Because they run America by what? A monopoly, right? You get your jail-free card. That's the Fed.
Real estate, no.
Real estate, all of it's a game. Now, like the brother was just going into, the big banks have been helping them out, but even Wells, like he was saying, Wells Fargo and all those are owned by the Morgans. You got the J.P. Morgans. All those families are still tied in with the top banking families.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a central banking cartel that's been running this whole system. So really what's going to happen is they want it to happen. So even Chase, look at Chase Bank, right? They're going to allow, your funds to pay off these banks' debts because they don't want to keep helping these lower banks because they want the economy to further diminish so they can bring in their new system, which they've been creating for years, the digital currency, which crypto was a big thing over a decade ago, right? It came into fruition over a decade ago. Nobody really knew about it except people, real top geeks, right? Because it really came on the scene like 2010. Crypto been a thing. That's why you got so many Bitcoin millionaires that stashed their Bitcoin and waited until it became something over all those years. But now that it's already at the forefront of people's minds, now they can bring in a new system now. Right now, if you've been listening to what they've been saying at Davos, in the World Economic Forum, they've been saying, okay, we need to, it's gonna be tied to a chip. They flat out said, one guy flat out said the shit. I guess he snorted coke before he went up there. He just flat out said it, we're gonna put the digital currency on the chip. Right? Like, y'all gonna like, one day y'all gonna like having brain chips in your brain, having chips. One nigga said, we got a chip that you put in your mouth and it dissolves.
Oh wow.
And it can detect whether you've taken a certain potion or not.
Damn. I mean that makes sense to think about it. You know what I mean? Because what you got like your what's it called, your digestive system. So when you put so when you eat something, depending on what it is, you know what I mean, your body's toxins so that so that
They're even trying to work on a straight liquid form, like a juice or something. And they can break the see it into the juice or any type of liquid so they can just drink.
Yeah, so that's their plan. They incorporate you in their new system, which it all goes back to what? Beast. Right? If you tied into the beast, you're going to be tied into the mark of the beast. That's why it's called the mark of the beast. What's the beast? For all you camps out there that saying the chip is not the mark of the beast, what's the beast? Break down the beast first, right? Then once you break down, because when you go to Daniel, what does Daniel describe the kingdoms as? What does he describe them as? He describes them as beasts, right? He describes the kingdoms that ruled during that time as beasts. He described Alexander the Greek's kingdom as what? A leopard with wings, right? He described them like wild animals because they're heathenistic kingdoms, so they're not like those beasts. So the beast will have to be what? A heathenistic kingdom ruler. So you camps have to break down what is the beast is. All right, since the scriptures clearly tell us that it's a nation, what's the nation? Oh, okay, the Edomites. Europe. Okay, now what is the European system's mark? Because they teach what do they say? Christianity is the mark, right? Yeah. So they're trying to say Roman Catholicism came from Europe, so that's the mark, right? Right?
Yeah.
Now you have to touch in the buying and selling.
That's what they don't explain. They don't explain that.
They never have.
They don't explain that. Buying and selling. I mean, that makes sense.
No, they're saying what they say is some of these camps they say Christianity is the mark. So really what they're trying to say is if you're saying the so-called white man is the beast system, which is Europe, and you're saying, oh, because Roman Catholicism came from Europe and Christianity will have to be the mark. That would be the only logical explanation for them saying that, because the beast is the European Union. And Roman Catholicism, Christianity did come from over there, but now you have to touch on the divine itself. And you have to go into what that mark means, right? And I was a Christian before. I'm not a Christian no more, but the scriptures tell you, you take a mark, you get destroyed. But we out here teaching the scriptures. So the majority of us was Christians, praying to Jesus, right? So how was that the mark? You can come out of the mark.
Yeah, God. I just find it funny, you know what I mean? I just find it funny because, like I said, even back in the world, even, you know what I mean, Christianity knew that like I said, MOTE was the, you know what I mean, was the, you know what I mean, mark of the beast. You know what I mean? You bet these camps.
You got guys out here talking about right now the mark of spiritual is going to turn into something. You know, so every week you got different camps, different people that's teaching that the MOTB is something that which is not. And all you know, and like what we preach, like, all right, if you feel that way, prove it. Go into the Strongs, go into the definition of these things. But they won't do that. But they'll just start freestyling. How's the MOTB something spiritual that's going to turn into something physical? When you go into the word of it, Ragma, it's something physical. You can't change the definition of something, you know? Even though he did that with New Speech and all that, but nah, it is what it is.
Now, if I really get the mark in Revelation, we'll bring it up.
Man, I'll tell you, man, like I said, you know, like you said, because of these camps, they got so many different doctrines. One, like you said, they got buy and sell, whatever you say, what, it's a sin. And then you got another camp saying that it's a state of mind. You know, like I said, like I said, it brings a total confusion, man. That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then you go down.
Just to play it back off you, if that was the case, if it was sin, then we all have it, right? You know, but we all have it, you know. Every Israelite will have it. Come on, man, and that's a future judgment to take it. So how does that make sense? None of that adds up. That's 1 + 1 that equals 2, right? That's 3 right there.
God, hey, like, I mean, that's why the scripture said, if it were possible, they showed what? To see the very elect.
Right.
You got it.
We got a revelation.
It was verse 15. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
What's the image? They gotta break down the image. What's his visage, right? The word visage means what? Your image. What? Right? Go ahead.
It says verse 16.
I ain't gonna give them the answer. They gotta break it down.
Verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great.
He calls it all, right? Who is the he again? What's the beast? Brother holding the sign up. Right? They meet Davos, World Economic Forum, the European nations, right? They cause an all. Shit, you got a lot of people who never was Christians. You got a lot of Muslims that never been Christians. The Muslim nations gonna have that chip, bro. Right? Tuned in, they gonna have that chip. You got Muslims with the chip. You gonna have it's been atheists. Other atheists never went to Christianity. They gonna have that chip though. They want to survive. Buddhists, right? Hindus. Everybody and their mama gonna be caused to get that to survive. Because I don't give a damn what you say. Hey, you can be in any religion you want. But if you ain't able to feed yourself, what the fuck does it matter? So y'all gonna take that prerogative. Right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
He hasn't caused everybody to be a Christian. That's why you got certain nations that's still against this nigga. Right? You know, every nation on earth ain't a Christian nation, man. The West is known as Christians. Right? The eastern part of the world is like Christianity is the devil. Iranians call y'all devils. Because actually the Christianity that y'all come with is demonic. Because it comes with a sword stuck in your throat. It comes with rape. It comes with disease warfare. Right? It comes with lies, robbery, confusion, deceit, raising up women, propping women up. That's what Christianity prop women up. Women ain't even supposed to be leaving their houses, going to a big ass building, worshiping another man, talking about yeah, but shoot,
Oh yeah.
somebody church.
Yeah, the Jew.
Yeah, because women ain't supposed to be going to no building talking about Jesus is my man. Now think of this, right? Yahweh Shai is a real man that walked on the earth, right? Now, if you had a wife during that time, and your wife come to you saying, Yahweh Shai my man, Yahweh Shai will slap her, and you supposed to slap her. Right?
Yeah,
But
okay.
that's the silly mind state that Christianity teaches. Jesus my man.
Or what's it say? Have a personal relationship with God.
I got a personal relationship with the Lord. If he was here right now, you got a man, he would tell you, you female dog, go to your husband.
God is telling me, not you. God is telling me. Okay. That's serious. Oh, you're right there. You see?
Oh, yeah, what's wrong?
Yeah.
He would curse that woman out.
Starting to dim out.
Matter of fact, brother, give me that Matthew with the Lord said, woman or the world, you know not what you worship.
Yep.
You got it out. Or you,
No, you good.
Because that's what he would have told the woman. You know not what you worship. Because these women, they bugged out. And they'll try to lead you to destruction. Because that's what a woman does. They lead you to destruction. That's what the whole serpent ordeal was about in the garden. Right? Woman was made for the man. So what happened was Adam decided to follow the woman. What happened after he followed the woman? Downfall. Bring that out in the churches for these women to hear. We're not supposed to follow y'all. That happened in the garden. Y'all ran to us with the serpent ideologies and philosophies, and we took hold on it, and what happened to us? Mortality. Which when you go into the word mortal, it goes back to being dead.
Hey, if I may, it say the scriptures tell you, the woman is beginning to sin. Through her we all die.
Through her we all die.
This is Sirach 25 and 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Yeah, you got to bring that out in the church. But then they going to say, oh, nah, that's the book of Sirach.
We can find every excuse.
The book of Sirach is in the King James Bible. It was taken out by devils. Yeah, it's in a lot of Bibles. It's in a lot of the first Bibles. King James know what he was doing when he told them men to compile those books. That's why when you look at some of the early Bibles that was translated by the leadership of King James, they have pictures of him being a Jake right in the book. They got older pictures of him, younger pictures of him, and they don't tell you. Oh, and a lot of them rumors about King James came from devils, Edomites, because King James was a royal Jake, and they didn't like the fact that he was upholding the old traditions of the old covenant. Right? Homosexual. For one, he left. Don't be a homosexual.
You know.
Yeah, I was about to say, I bought that book, the letters he wrote to his son and all that. He tells him, don't be no more. You know what I mean? He tells him, you know what I mean? But just like the brother said, you know, that's what he does. He throws a monkey wrench in. I was going to say one more thing. The Lord's beautiful because what's the definition of the word apocrypha? It means hidden. You know, that shows you that he's the author of all this, man. You know?
Yeah, so they'll tell you, yeah, that's the apocrypha. That's Sirach. Yeah, what you mean? It's Sirach. Damn right, it's Sirach. You need to read it.
There's a demon.
Right? Go ahead, Joe.
you can start up.
It's a demon. That's a demon.
Because that's what Yahweh Shai would have told all these women that's talking about my man is Yahweh Shai. That's my man. Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with your black ass.
That's the old single women would say.
Yeah, kind of.
Or maybe their
Dirty
big
ass.
mama husband might have died off, and she never went and got another man. Jesus, my man.
He definitely ain't dealing with you now. He's a god. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
He in a whole other realm waiting to get his. You think about you stink holes down here, man? In your mortal flesh. He didn't want to deal with you when he came in the flesh. He said, "How long must I suffer these niggas?" You think he want to? You think he waiting to? You know what I'm saying? We even have to get new bodies to be in the midst of his presence, and he calls us his bride. He don't call you women his bride. He calls the men his bride. That shows how much he give a damn about you women. He didn't even deal with a woman when he was here.
Yeah, they gotta show you something.
All you simps out there, they always talking about the damn. I need a woman. I need a woman. Your Lord didn't have a woman. Showing you that ain't important. Fuck.
Scriptures also say, be as though you have no wife.
Yeah, he told his men to leave that way. They had to leave that way. Fuck, that ain't important, man. We in a time of judgment. We in a time of immense judgment, man. I'm watching the last episode of The Last of Us. That's crazy, bro. You see the second one?
Nah, I ain't seen the second one.
The second one crazy, bro.
Come.
The second one crazy. But you already know who died first in this shit. I ain't gonna say it. They got in a little tussle with some shit. And who died first?
Ah, shit, I'm fucked up.
And the dude like, well, damn. she didn't even want to tell him at first though, you know. Ah, shit, I got fucked up. Yeah, cause you a fucking woman.
Yep.
You a liability.
Yep.
In that day and time, man. She limping.
Oh yeah.
She got hurt. He had to stop, wrap her foot up. You know what I'm saying? She limping. Then they get to the next destination. She's like, ah, shit. You got it.
Is this a game?
No, it's a new show.
Nah, new show, man.
It's a destruction.
It's on
But
HBO, man.
But it's an infection that spread. It's an infection that spread, and then like 20 years later, it shows you how it is in the aftermath. Yeah, the virus went crazy. She got, I got it. No shit. Because you a damn woman. Call herself fighting this shit. Man.
Right.
The man was alright though. The man was getting busy. But if you gonna be simping for women, you gonna be right along with her.
Yeah.
True.
That's why. That's how you know in the last days, like I said, like I said, this get tough. A lot of these dudes that's with these women, they gonna start leaving these women out here, man. You know, like I said, because like I said, none of these men are actually gonna be real men in those times. You know, because what? They're gonna be advocating for themselves, man. Like I said, prime example is like I said on YouTube, they did these scary pranks about people with these killer clown suits and walking up to couples. First thing that you're gonna see is you're gonna see the dude actually hopping over the gate or running, leaving this woman behind, man. That's what it's gonna be like in those days, man.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna be no power couple or this and that. No, I'm damn serious. Like I said, man, you gotta come on. Hang on.
No, you said there ain't gonna be no power couple. That's right. They ain't gonna have that mind frame all the time. Right? Holding hands to salvation. Man, fuck no, man. We coming back into manhood, right? And men are about building and overcoming. Right? What gives a man the most joy? When he accomplishes something. When he overcomes something, when he builds something, when you fix something. You may have to fix it on your car. You're like, yeah, I did that. You wipe your dirty hands, put the hood down, you get you a glass of drink, you feel like a man. Right? Women don't give a fuck about doing that shit. That don't give her no fucking joy.
Fucking fix this. I need a man for this shit.
But for us, we want to get shit done. We like doing it, and now we can't get it done. It hurts your pride when you can't get, because now you got to call another man to come do it.
Yeah.
But at least it's in your spirit to know I'm supposed to be doing this shit.
Yeah.
That's why when men do call other men to fit, you right there watching it. Okay, let's see what you do. Okay. So the next time you bring your toolbox, you don't give a fuck if you got them. Shit, I done broke some shit. You gonna do it because you're a man. Yeah. And a lot of you women gotta pay too, because your man to do shit. And then you get mad at him because he can't fix it, but he tried. You know what I'm saying? At least he's trying to be a man. Putting food on the table, you look down on the average working man. That's the trash man, right? The mailman, right?
Yeah.
That keeps society running. And all of you damn peasy head, nappy headed bitches, all of y'all think y'all gonna get LeBron James and Drake.
Facts.
when over 90% of the population is average men keeping society running.
Yeah.
The entertainers are put there to entertain you, but the men that's actually keeping the society going, you look down on.
Yeah, that's
The
what
men
Kevin
that's
said.
building the roads.
Yeah.
Wait, nigga.
Yeah,
So I can-
you know?
so I can get to the nigga with the
Yeah.
with the fame.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Oh, kind of, I mean.
Paving
Yeah.
the street,
Yeah.
building the buildings.
Yeah.
They look down on you. You try to buy them a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
He's just a regular average dude, but you a hard working dude.
Yeah.
You think Drake can fix some shit that need to be fixed?
Nope.
When the time or Drake got shit on call to help him.
Excuse me.
Yeah, right.
Can such and such come fix this?
Yeah,
And that effeminate ass voice.
I can see him doing that.
But, I mean, and,
21,
I
can
mean,
you
add
do
on,
something for
I
me?
don't know if brothers remember how Drake was acting before the fame. He was a geek. He was a nerd.
Yeah, he was a
He
we
was
can look
corny
at
as
it.
hell. Like,
The grass.
yeah, but I'm just saying, that's acting. But just him as a person,
Yeah.
he's corny. Like, and they think he's gonna protect him. Remember when that show
Punk came out. Yeah.
He ready to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because the society puffs him up as people thinking this guy's the best rapper ever. Not knowing he had help, right? What does he have besides the fame? Like the brother said, when it comes to that day, you think that Drake's gonna hook off for you, protect you? He might be faster than the female. He gonna break fast. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said a lot of these dudes, they're gonna be looking out for themselves, man. And you know what I mean, and like you said, not their woman, man.
Kind of, if I may, a lot of these women think that what they're doing is bigging up a man. Like what the brother was going into. You can have all these skills, to get you through life this day, but a lot of these women who don't deal with like blue collar men will sit back and say, well, I can help him get his grind on. I can help him go to that next level. You can't help a man get to the next level where you ain't shit. I mean, you just can't do it.
Yeah, what they call it, elevate you.
Yeah.
Right? Which that's bullshit because you don't know a man's purpose. A man's purpose has been designed by Most High Yahweh. You looking at it as some carnal, fluffy shit. And elevate you to look a certain way and drive a certain car, live in a certain house. Right? But see, you gonna want these blue collar men in times of trouble.
Yeah.
These rough looking men that ain't in the barbershop for 3 hours, in the chair for 3 hours, getting his shit lined up,
He
getting
said,
sprayed.
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
sprayed.
Hey, I get a little burn.
That's a new
line.
thing. That's a new thing. Like, you did look
You gotta hit it with the
yeah,
alcohol.
little chalk mark.
Baby hands on his flipper tape.
Yeah, I noticed that.
In the chair for 3 hours, in the mirror.
Yeah.
Trying to look better than the female.
Yeah.
But see, that's what's esteemed on this side. Like it's that saying, strong men create weak times,
Yeah.
and weak men create hard times.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can do that shit when everything's copacetic and kind of somewhat, not hectic. But when society gets hectic, you gonna want the men that ain't concerned with their looks. You gonna want the men that knows how to build something, that knows how to shelter, that knows how to put a nigga in the headlock. Like, nigga, this for me and mine, nigga. Right? You want a nigga that he sees a lot of these niggas with guns. A lot of these niggas with guns with these bitches. A lot of them with bitches anyway. That's why when some shit really happen, they be froze.
This side I tuck my shit in.
It's different when you target a person and you know what I mean, they're actually trying to kill a person. It's totally two different scenarios.
Jake ain't even on that level.
He be having the holster.
Oh,
he be strapped. He be ready. He got the belt. Jake got the shit chucked in his ass crack. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot himself.
Yeah.
That's why happened with Tupac.
I've seen that a
When
lot.
they ran down on Tupac, he had twin Glocks. People that know about Glocks ain't got no shaking.
Oh, damn.
He was so nervous, he went to pull and blew one of his nuts off.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Damn.
Yeah, that's what, if you ever look into it, the trajectory, not all the bullets he caught was by somebody else. One of them was self-inflicted. He shot one of his testicles off.
Damn.
You know?
It's a common thing.
Yeah, so you ain't gonna want these effeminate men that got these men purses, got the gun in it. You know what I'm saying? I seen a clip, nigga bumped the dude. He would open his purse,
Right.
shoot the dude.
Right.
You ain't gonna want that man that day. You gonna want a man that's a real man that can stand in the face of adversity
Yeah.
and not bat an eye.
Yeah.
right? That
Yeah.
can look face to face with demons
Yeah.
and look at a demon and say, "You below me."
Mm.
I serve you. How about you? I was shot.
Right.
You know how many men out here that see if they seen an apparition with shit their pants, pissing themselves.
Nah, bro, yeah. Nah, bro, like I said, they actually shit on themselves. Yeah.
Jacob wrestled an angel, and them right hand side angels ain't pretty neither.
Yeah.
They ain't nothing to look at and just say, "Oh, you so fluffy." And keep them right hand side angels. You look at them, you feel be put on you.
Yeah.
Those are instruments of death.
Yeah, you should rubbing a job.
John,
You know what I mean?
John,
We
fuck
sign
on his
angels, you fuck on his face.
The right hand side, what we just see the chariot, they put people to death every day. You want a man that's able to withstand the spiritual realm and the physical realm at that time. Right?
Yep, gonna need that man that can stand with Ephesians.
You see a bear, you just ran into a fucking bear. That just happened. You see a bear. Now, a man of the Lord, he may be scared, but he ain't gonna run because he got the fear of Yahweh Shema Shalom.
Oh, Connor, if I may, the brothers out there in California, they were doing a lesson a few years back, and the pack of wolves was, like rolling on it. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't see the dogs coming, but you heard the dogs go, and like just stop. You know?
Yeah, cause I mean, where you gonna run? You can't run down both of them legs.
Come.
But a frightened nigga would run and get both of y'all killed. As soon as you run, you fool to those beasts.
Yeah.
As soon as they see you turn your back up, you done. But a man that feel his Lord is like almost David. David was wrestling lions. You know what I'm saying? You gotta that really happened. Wrestling beasts in the field.
Yeah, got it.
They was wrestling beasts in the field.
Yeah.
David was young too. Yeah, he wasn't no full-grown man yet doing that. David put all us to shame as a boy. That's the spirit we supposed to be getting back to, man. We ain't supposed to be scared of creation. The Lord created the animals for us to have dominion over them. We got to get back to that.
Yeah.
And it's going to start in Jacob's trouble, too. The Lord going to put your ass back out here. I'm reading these stories, think it's a game. The Lord going to put your ass back out here and say, walk. Yeah. Go ahead.
Step out on faith. We walk by faith, not by sight.
There you go. Yeah.
You got to have the faith that the Lord's going to be on your behalf no matter what you encounter.
Yeah. Got to.
Because you ain't going to be able to just run out of every situation.
Nope.
Hide from every situation. Maybe a situation where you cornered and you got to get down.
Yeah. It says in Amos, we read a few weeks ago. What? You run from a bear and a lion right next to you, or a spider, or
Venomous
militia.
spider.
Yeah, venomous spider. Right, you put your head on the wall, you get bit. Like I said, you can't escape it, man. Like I said, there's no escape unless you have the mercy of Yahweh Shema on you, because like I said, you can only go so far until the nukes come, and that's it.
Hey, the scriptures teach us what the issues of death belong to who. So if you get bit by a poison spider, who did it to you? It's that simple. It ain't even that deep. If you die by a snake, who did it to you?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can't. It ain't nothing. You trying to act like you preventing something, really you not.
You just escaping
If
the
the Lord wants your ass to get bit by something, you're gonna get bit. He wants you to get shot, you're gonna get shot. He wants you to get stabbed, you're gonna get stabbed. There's nothing people act like they preventing stuff from happening. No, that's mercy of the Lord that He allows you to walk, do things. You can have anything right at you at any moment. There's beasts all around us.
God.
All bears, all type of shit.
God.
What you want to say, bro?
Just to go off what you were saying, a few months ago, I had a dream that we was already in tribulation, and I had the strength in the dream that I knew I wasn't gonna back down from nothing if the Lord had me to go through it. And I, in the wilderness, came upon a bear. And I stood still because I knew if the Lord if it's for me to go, it's for me to go. If not, that bear gonna bow down. So in my mind, I'm thinking, hey, Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, tell me what to do, what's going on. It's in your hands, you know what I'm saying? The bear eyes glue, blue, like real bright blue, and it humbled us once his eyes glared bright blue. Humbled itself. And then, that was the end of the dream. But it showed me that, if I stay in the will of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, I stand on my ground, and that's that rock within your Howard Shai. We gonna get through anything.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
Yeah.
testimony. Even when you look at the story with the Lions did, right? With Daniel, right?
Yep.
You gotta put yourself there. What would you do? Don't put me in that. Please, gang. I'll do anything. Don't put. That's what you. That's what a lot of men would do.
Yeah.
They gotta hold him. They try to push him in. He hold on to the wall. Please, I forsake my power. Right?
Come.
Help! Do you see them lions, man? Man, them lions are huge.
It was bigger back then.
And then, they was even bigger back. The lion teeth is like this, bro.
And they didn't eat within 3 days either. So that was
You
hungry.
see them lions, you go, no. You gonna forsake your power, man. You deny your power.
Quick,
Right? But we want to get to that. All right, throw me in there. You know how much faith you gotta have to be thrown in and deal with lions, man?
Yeah.
Because the flesh is gonna see that and immediately deny it. I'm denying the Lord. I'm taking it through all. See, people think it's a game. That's why we tell you at the camps, this is not a game. This test will be the ultimate test on your life. It ain't gonna be no easy cakewalk in Jacob's trouble. These niggas talking about cutting the internet off, cutting lights off, famines. This real life shit. This ain't no game.
The Lord said, settle it within yourselves. Get your head right. You know? Because once you get your head right on what the words could possibly be, what do you got to feel? You know? Because you've already pictured the worst that can possibly happen. Although we don't know what the Lord can possibly do to you. But you know, you can just try to imagine it's gonna be bad. As long as you got the faith that you were talking about, you know, like dealing with the animals and going out there in the wilderness, you're gonna be alright as long as you maintain your faith for Yahweh Shem.
And then, not everybody gonna encounter a wild beast. Not everybody's gonna encounter the same thing. But you have to be willing to have immense faith and pray, because faith is a gift. That's why the things that we're doing now is to help us get that when that time comes. Because if we're not doing enough, the Lord can deny us in that day. And we don't have enough faith, and then we encounter a situation and we find ourselves denying the Lord because we're weak in the flesh. Right? Even Peter denied the Lord. Right? 3 times. That's right. He was weak in the flesh at that moment. Fear came on him. You was with Yahweh Shai. He was one of them. No, it wasn't. Because he just witnessed what they did to Yahweh Shai. You don't want to go through that. You don't want to get whipped to a pulp, flesh ripped off of you, and then put up hanging with nails in you. You see that? Well, they gonna do that to me. So he's like, I don't know him. That's what men do. You say you wouldn't do that? Yes, you would. Because you ain't even half the man Peter is. That's King David. You telling me you greater than King David? And King David denied the Lord, how much more you? Faith is a gift, but what happened after that? Peter went even harder. He said, never again. Right? His faith increased. He got more of that. So if you don't get that increase, then when that time comes, you can say, well, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's up to the Lord what he give you, man. The scripture say the Lord gives the increase. He give you the oil, he give you the spirit. It ain't of us. The Lord can take the truth away from you. He can take the oil away from you, take the understanding of what this is. This is a gift. When you have faith in that time, there has to be a gift from the Lord. The Lord said, okay, we started Jacob's trouble tomorrow. He gonna wake up with more faith. 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 He take what we gave. That's that penny. Penny ain't just talked about on the chariot. Take what we gave you away. Then when Jacob's cup, you wake up and you start feeling nervous. Because nervous is demons. You start feeling nervous. Demons just jump on you. You scared now. You like, what the? Yeah, the Lord just forsook you. You thought the Lord had your back. Now you feel forsaken. You gonna know you forsaken because you nervous. You scared. See, the truth, the spirit of the Lord gives you confidence. Right? You can go into, whether you get the job or not, you can go to a job interview with confidence. Right? You can be amongst these people and hold conversations with confidence. Right? That's what the truth is supposed to do to you. It's not supposed to have you. I ain't in the world. Look how they looking at me. Can they sense I'm an Israelite? No, the truth is, you supposed to walk in every room. I'm a prince. You supposed to look people in their eye. You know what I'm saying? You greater than them. Just because you ain't looking all cute and cutting like they got nice shape ups, right? All the jewelry, all the who gives a fuck about that shit? You serving the Lord. You ain't greater than them. You supposed to hold yourself as such. People sense energy too. They got demons on them. The demons sense that energy too, right? Even on the job, the way you carry yourself with dignity. You hold your health up. You hold your head up high. The way you talk is with authority. You don't let these people diminish you, man, because they below you at the end of the day. Don't go nowhere in this world and think that you're below these people, because you're not.
Okay.
They don't even know who their power is. So I don't give a damn how good the woman look. I don't give a damn how so-called cool the man is. He's not better than you. Not in the eyes of the Lord, and that's what matters. Right?
Yep.
Oh, where we at? Yeah, let's continue with that.
Found this the book of St. John, chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans.
Yeah, this is how the Lord talks to the woman. Right? Because you had these women. Oh, Jesus, my man. Y'all was would have told you, go to your husband. How the hell you in my face? I am not your man. You got a man. That shows you they don't even believe in the Lord. They just think of him as some fairy tale character.
They think what says right for you. That's what they think.
Yeah, the laws that he was teaching. What did he say? I come not to do away with the laws, but I come to fulfill. Part of the law is obey your husbands, right? Now you had these women, they husbands go out. You had these women, their husbands go out and so-called cheat, right? Here is this man been faithful to you for 20 years, right? And he said, man, I gotta try one time. I gotta go out this one time, right? He do it for himself, and that happens, and now a divorce. Forget the 20 years of everything he provided for you, did for you and the kids, because he slept with another woman. The love that you said you had for him just totally goes up and down. That's wickedness, man. That's fucking wickedness. Which shows you these women are hypocrites.
Oh, a prime example. Just recently with what's his name? DJ Envy or something like that. You know, I mean, since he, you know, said with another woman. Now his wife's still mad over that situation. Now she talking about she want to have 3 weeks of girl strip. So you ain't know what that is about.
You already know what that is. And these men be loving these women. Ain't no way a man gonna stay with a woman for over a decade, morning breath, see her in her worst ways, provide for her, and don't care about her, man. But see, women don't care about her. Women care about having dominance, man. Don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he did for 20 years.
You
Yeah, but women, they care about dominance of the man. They don't care about everything he did. And I'm speaking because I'm speaking on this matter because I'm in a situation where I'm seeing this happen firsthand. And she, woman already, short dress going out. This madness, right? But that's what America teaches, and that's why we're gonna go back to this Baruch. That's part of the stuff that troubles us, man. Well, you could drop that. Basically, you know, I just wanted to get that because that's how the Lord used to talk to the woman. Yeah, go ahead to the purpose.
This is St. John chapter 4, and I start at verse 17. It says, The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband, for thou hast had 5 husbands.
See how the Lord cut her? Yeah. This is your man. Y'all said this your man. Yeah, you really ain't got no husband. Because I heard you been around town. Come on, man. That's how the Lord used to talk, man. Go ahead, bro.
It's just their man.
Now, why they ain't bring that up in all these mega churches? Because the church filled with women. And more than 90% of them build multiple groups. The scriptures tell you when you lay down with a man, that's your husband.
Yep.
How many of them still got their first out here walking around? I don't give a damn if you was 16, 15, 17. Yo, you slept with somebody at that age, that was your first, that's supposed to be your husband.
That's right.
Where he's somewhere in Memphis, Tennessee, he got a family
That's your husband. In the eyes of the Lord, I don't give a damn what he did or what, you know what I'm saying? The Lord said when that penetration happens and that wound gets cut, and that blood, which what this blood represents? The covenant, a bond. That's why a woman bleeds when you penetrate a virgin. right? You have inserted your rod into her and made a covenant of bond with her. The blood is the token, the seal, right?
Yeah.
So whoever did that, he broke the seal. Everything you getting is loose. You enter into that ain't no true covenant. That's some shit the serpent gave you, which is run rampant all throughout this society, which shows you how filthy this place is in the eyes of the Lord. Right? That's why it's gonna be burnt the fuck up. You got women that 20 years old and been with too many men. I had a conversation with a chick, man. She told me her and her friends, it was like 20 years old.
Over 50 men. You've been with 50 men.
Madness, man. Go ahead, bro.
We're so tired, destroyed.
It says, for thou hast had
'Cause
5
I used
husbands.
to work at the gym with these chicks, and one of them, she was a Jake. She's like, yeah, I got to do. I go with him on Tuesday. I go with him on Thursday. That's how these women are. And you think you dealing with her and she all with you. Nah, man. Scriptures tell you trust not a woman's beauty.
God.
You ain't not supposed to trust a damn woman. How can you trust a woman when she can be swayed by any little thing? She can say she loves you and then she see a cute guy in a grocery store. And he go up to her and hey, man, you're right?
She standing on
She gonna give it. She
you
gonna give it
standing
up.
on her lap.
Yeah. She gonna give it up. She gonna give it because it makes her feel good in that moment in time.
Nigga, you ain't my daddy.
I thought I was supposed to be your man. Nigga, you don't control me. I'm going with him.
My body.
Scripture said you should
My
not let
body.
you should not let a woman gad abroad. I was watching the movie of Prestige today, The Prestige, and that's about two magicians. And the woman was with the first magician, and he sent her to go to the other magician to try to find out his magic tricks and all that. And what happened? She ends up falling in love with the guy, even though she was with the other guy. I mean, you can't let a woman be, with any direction, I should say, because ain't no telling what they gonna do. A woman don't know what they want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until they see something, they be like, oh, I like sour apple or lollipops. That's my favorite. And then, later on that day, you might have a blue lollipop. Well, now this is my favorite. A woman doesn't know what they truly want,
Yeah, especially when you ask them, that's in the book, the movie's called, I forgot the Notebook. The dude asked, he said, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? Do you want him or do you want me? She said, give me a good answer. I'm saying, give me a good example.
Yeah, because them niggas was in my way when I was coming. Go ahead.
You saying about the movie?
Yeah, but in the movie, she had two. She was decided from two men. That's fucked up. And that goes on a daily fucking basis. Like, bitch told me, bitch, I'm dealing with. She told me this. She told me, yeah, this dude called me. Yeah, he this, that. I'm like, he probably like me with. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me like that, cause I don't give a fuck. And that's what make the women stay though.
Yeah.
When you be like, yo, okay. What you tell the people? Cause what's important to us is the Lord, right? You can't entice us with no pussy. You can't entice us with no money. Right? You get it. Even when you get money, you'd be like, I got some extra money in my pocket, so I can get more burgers. Right? I can buy this. I can update my subscription on Netflix. Like, what really do you have? But the truth is the only thing that fuels you. The truth is the only thing that keeps you alive. You do a lesson, you feel invigorated. You read a passage, something clicks in your mind. You feel invigorated. Right? You watch a brother, you may watch the lesson that you just needed to hear in your life. You're like, man, I'm saving this stuff. Put it in the playlist. Get you invigorated. Other stuff don't do that for you. Music don't do that for you. You listen to a song, you like, all right, next song.
Okay.
Next song.
Right.
Like I said, man, don't think cure. Like I said, you do a lesson, the eye can just talk to him, man. Because like I said, that's the only cure, man.
Because the truth is not vain.
That's right.
Right? The truth is not worthless.
No.
Everything in the world is worthless.
No.
So it leaves you empty.
No.
That's why people that make crutches of the world have these coping mechanisms of the world. They always go back to it.
Yeah.
They need a refill. They need an update, a recharge.
Yeah.
I need more crack. I need more
Yeah.
coke. I need more weed.
Need more cigarettes.
I need more cigarettes.
Yeah.
I need more holes. I need more. I need a feel. I need a feel.
Okay.
They got to keep going back to that. Right? They empty inside,
Yeah.
right? Because the spirit is depleted. But see, once the spirit is enlightened,
Yeah.
right, and your spirit is filled up, your oil, your lamp is lit.
That's right.
You feel good. You
Yeah.
walking, you moving. Those wise virgins with their oils in their lamp, right?
Yeah.
That's why when the Lord looks at his servants, and if the spirit stays in us, when you look at our peanut gram, when you look at our brain, when you look at our spirit, you're gonna see a bright glow.
Yeah.
You look at the average nigga, that shit.
Black.
It's the same illumination they had when the Lord put them down here. It didn't grow.
Yeah.
It didn't grow at all. You reap what you sow. So we're working and toiling. So when if we do meet the Father and he sees us, our light, it has grown. And it'll be an acceptable sacrifice that he want to take. You know? We tripled that penny. We doubled that penny. We quadrupled that penny. Right? We came down here and we found out, okay, the task is to overcome in the flesh. He put us down here to overcome the trials of the earth. That's why he got us in these bodies. That's why he got us on this wicked earth. To see if we're worthy for the kingdom to come. Because the world to come is never going to end, but you got to be worthy of it. That's why the Lord said this present kingdom, this present age was created for many. Because the world to come, the next age is for few. Right? A righteous, beautiful kingdom that's going to blow your mind is only made for those worthy of it. Right? If you desire wickedness, here, this is your kingdom.
Yeah.
Have wickedness.
Yeah.
If you overcome by your lust, then here's the kingdom for you. You can fulfill all the lust you want. You can do whatever you want in the flesh. But if you desire righteousness, you got to hold on to wait. And I'll give you righteousness. Right? That's what the Lord said. You will get righteousness, but you have to rehearse the righteous acts within the wicked kingdom. And that's the battle. Rehearsing the righteous acts in the wicked kingdom. That's true. When everything around you is wicked, and you gotta have a moral code within you and say, no, I ain't gonna go that way. I ain't gonna do what I'm doing. I'm gonna abstain from this. That's where the struggle and the tussle comes in at. But that's the whole battle. Matter of fact, brother, give me that in Edges. The battle Yeah. That's the whole condition. That's the battle of man, Israelite men, to overcome this wicked and corrupt society. Right? It's basically like when Thor's father threw him to earth. He took stripped everything in that one scene when he started stripping. Give me this, you ain't worthy of this. Start taking everything, I'll take it all. His Thor thought he was hot shit. He walking in the palace. Yeah, I went over there. His father said, didn't I tell you not to do that? But we need to do it this way. He said, I told you not to do that. I don't want to do it. Give me this, you ain't worthy of it. Started taking his arm, he took his hammer, right? Threw his hammer to earth, right? But he couldn't even, when he threw it to earth and threw his son to earth, he couldn't even grab his own hammer. Now you gotta find out what my will is for and overcome in the flesh. That's what he did with Thor. That's how they got it from the scriptures. He thought he could pick up his hammer, Thor. Now, motherfucker, you got that Job on you. You in the vessels, the chains of darkness. So now Thor had to be with humans. You watch the movie. That's a good ass movie. It's a highly spiritual. He in the cafe. He depressed.
Yeah.
No, they see like. Cause he's a god, and he born with these humans.
You got like a man.
These fucking weirdos. Yeah, he like these fucking weirdos. He got to befriend a loudmouth woman. Right? That movie's spiritual. But he said, I'm gonna accept that my father got me here for a reason. And he did the task that brought him back to his glory. He said we get his hammer back, get his glory back. Right? That's what we doing. We down and the Lord took it. You know, let me shorten your lifespan. And I'm gonna throw you down to earth. I'm gonna put you in the flesh. I'm gonna make your women against you. Yeah, you wanna be against me? I'm gonna make your women against me. And I'm gonna make them bald headed. The Lord did enough on us, man.
He did.
Don't you know it's sad for for Southern Kingdom to be the only women with no hair? All these other nations women got hair. They ain't got no hair. They gotta buy hair. That's a shame. You gotta buy hair, man. Lord said, I'm gonna take your hair away, take your beauty away. I'm gonna give you corrupt food. You don't even know what's in your food. Fucking Simply Orange juice is corrupt.
Yeah, I said.
I can't even go to the next
I don't care. I don't drink that shit anymore.
Yeah,
They gotta go to a lower nation to get their
As long as I take my
You
lemonade.
know, you gotta go to Moab to get your yaki number, whatever.
I should be greens. They got
You
sugar.
know what I mean? And what the scripture say, Moab is our wash pot. We supposed to be above. We gotta go down to our service list to
Even that.
get
that.
yeah, you know that's right.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
Yeah, I know it was too good to be true. man.
But what is it called? Simply Orange. Nigga, simply poison. You goddamn
By
devil.
a Coca-Cola brand. Anything that you know, quote unquote Coca-Cola touches is dangerous.
Right. See, and that's another thing. Jake don't think about stuff like that. All these products belong to you know, Pepsi, Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
you know, and that ain't nothing but poison.
They got so many brands. It's crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, think about it. When we was in the world, we was drinking that shit, Pepsi, you know. I know my peoples in my family, they couldn't go a day without a 2 liter of that shit. Yo, you can clean battery acid, corrosion off of a battery with that
It's
shit.
crazy.
And we're putting that in our system.
Gears with that shit.
Wondering why we got a headache. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even with those foods, like you look at sugar, they'll say, you look at certain, they'll just say sugar, but your body naturally creates sugar, right? And it breaks down the glucose. So when you're drinking something that is in sugar, but if we know it ain't sugar, what is it breaking down to? It ain't breaking down. It's causing cancers and bacteria and all kinds of other shit, diseases. But that goes back to us being cast down here in this hellhole, right?
Yeah.
Our Father took away our glory, took away our lifespan, took away peace. We need to have a peace of mind. Got you working for you. Got you working for corporations that don't give a fuck about you. You don't even, a lot of jobs, majority of the people that, like when we was going into the blue collar working man that keeps society running, right? The fabric of any nation. They don't want to work these jobs. You think the trash man want to be the trash man?
No.
Think the mailman want to be the mailman?
No.
That's what the best he could do at the moment in time to put bread on the table.
Yeah.
That ain't a life, man.
Yeah.
That's just existing.
Yeah.
A life is being able to build the things you want to build and take joy in that. Build corporations and institutions that make you enthusiastic. That's why a lot of these people sell out to do those things. Shit, I can't do it on my own, so I'm gonna get in contract with the devil and do it. But see, that's the struggle. That's what you have to sit here and cope with, right? A lot of people ain't willing to do that. They want to get high and smoke weed all day long, depressed, because they gotta clock in the next day.
6 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Act like they got holes, right? Act like they got holes on the line. It's holes, man. Right? Watch red pill videos. No damn way none of you niggas got a passport ain't leaving the country.
Yeah, kind of.
But you putting that in your spirit.
Yeah,
You only hurting yourself. I'm talking about the niggas in the world, because we understand the situation right now. The Philippines, yeah, the Filipino women. Yeah. Y'all ain't right. But you ain't over there.
kind
So you just making yourself hurt more because you ain't over there. You gotta be stuck over here with these women. And that's what drives men crazy. That's what drives these people crazy. And it all started with these devils, the so-called white people. Roaming free without chains. The scripture said it was let loose. Loose. Lord said he let these niggas loose. You know, if something had to be let loose, it was on a chain.
tight too.
Ready to get the fuck on. The Lord took the chain off. Get him, Eve. Get him.
They got to work.
He ran down from the cave. Harry. Yeah, we free now. And then they started the Renaissance. We gonna paint over the images. We gonna make the Lord look like us. Yeah. Slave trade. You know, and then to this day they've been poisoning us, lying to us, right?
Yeah.
To the point they can even create a situation to where a nigga get killed in the streets. They own the news, they own the police force. It's easy for them to make a call, hey look, such and such, chief, we need you to do this, right? It's gonna be a Jake, we're gonna kill a Jake. We need you to pick certain cops, Jake cops this time. We need you to kill a Jake, beat them good. Make sure your body camera's on, make sure everything, you know, and we're gonna release it at the perfect time during the Davos meetings and the World Economic meetings to get people distracted off of what's really going on in society as they building this new system.
Then next thing you know, NBC, ABC,
All the major
CBS,
news
TBS,
corporations can pick it up.
everybody coming in real
Instantly.
fast.
And then the same niggas gonna pop up. That same lawyer from the George Floyd.
Yeah.
Wait on Al Sharpton
Al
coming. He
Sharpton.
just getting his
Yeah.
perm straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He gotta get his perm straight.
God, that's crazy. Yeah, you got that's a psyop. That's how you know.
Distractions, man.
And people
How
fall-
many times does a Jake have to get killed for you to realize that shit is insignificant? We gotta come back to our power. Protesting and crying out and marching, but see the enemy got you right where he wants you. He can distract you when he needs you distracted, right? While he works in the background of where he wants to work. Because we're at the end of this thing. If you can't see we're at the end, you just blind. The cryptocurrency system is about to be unleashed. These banks got a deadline, I think it's June, right? Or they default. And you just going into the bail-ins, how they gonna pay off their debts. They gonna use your money that's sitting in the bank. That's why I spread my shit out. I should have cash out, PayPal, over there, nigga. Then you gotta keep, you gotta keep your cash on hand, just for any situation. You always have something tangible, coins, cash, always. You shouldn't just. But these mindless people, everything is on their fucking chip card. So as soon as the computer shut down, oh shit. That's why they was in Bank of America losing. You see, you ain't got no motherfucking money. And the teller like, nigga, I just work here. I don't own Bank of America. I just got, you know, the call came down. You gonna beat the teller ass. This nigga at the grocery store. Where my fucking money? Get my money. You don't know what the fuck going on. Right?
Yeah, customer service. I say
But
that's
see,
a terrible
he
job.
set the system up like that. And that's what's going to happen in all these damn banks. Like, we're going to the Wells Fargo, your Morgans, your Chases.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true though. That customer service. That's
Yeah,
very
can
good.
say, excuse me, banker, get money out of the house to get it.
Yep.
Next year, it ain't gonna be worth
Just to
it.
make sure what they doing. That's what they said in my
Even your
business.
credit unions, even your Navy Federals.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you this, Navy Federal quick to give your ass a loan. I done got a couple for, they quick to give you you think they got enough assets on hand to cover all the loans they've been giving out? You know when people in debt right now with Navy Federal?
Yep.
How Navy Federal gonna cover their debt?
FDIC.
Snatch that.
Oh, he got 20 grand in there. We need that. Oh, he got 100 grand in his safe. We need that.
You owe Navy for anything.
Yeah,
They
kind.
coming for it.
Hey, well, they show you they already got the system to snatch it if it's in
You
there.
think you about to go food shopping? I am budgeting. I got $150 for food. You grab all that shit up, you go to the packer, decline.
Oh,
You know that shit go off, man, laugh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look behind you. People looking at you. Now mind you, they can help you, but you know, like I said, being in America, you know, they selfish like that.
Yo, you know, essentially having a bank is putting your money in the bank is basically saying you can't manage your own money. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? But in the system, we're taught by our parents and all that. As soon as you turn 16, it's have to get you a bank account. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what.
It's all,
Now you got.
it's all rigged. It doesn't make sense to have your money in an institution when you're getting less than 1%
Right.
interest on your money.
Yeah, kind.
Think about that.
That's a scam.
Think about that. You give them 10 grand and you get 1% of 10 grand. What's that, $100?
Yeah,
$10?
yeah, a year or something like that.
It
Like, that's
doesn't make
crazy.
sense.
But see, that's why they built the society off of this banking system. That's why the Rothschilds were so heavy on getting control of the money system. Because they could rule everybody like that. Now everybody's tied into that. So if they transfer the system, it's easy for them to crypto money. Now if they deplete your shit, it's easy for you to, well nigga, if you want some money, crypto, shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now you see how it's gonna be easy for people to gravitate towards it because it's gonna be hard times.
That's
right.
Like I said, it's easy to say what you want to do, what you want not to do. You ain't seen it, family, yet.
Yeah.
The things that are about to occur over here in America hasn't touched America yet. So a lot of these third world countries, they know what it's like. To be barefoot, ashy, scratching and shit. And everybody on the news looking at them. Damn, that's sad. Niggas, you about to be full force in it.
Okay.
Because Americans think, it's like they almost think like the people in other countries are not people.
Okay.
Like I've been outside the country, I've been amongst them. They're better people than you.
That's right.
They have more of a moral code than you niggas. They more in tune with the earth than you niggas. They ain't all about me, and they more family orchestrated. You go to these other countries, they actually sit with their family, no phone, no computer, no TV. They just sit with the family and talk. You don't see that shit in America. If the family come around, the daughter in the room on the pad, son downstairs on the game, mom upstairs doing whatever the fuck she doing. Everybody separated. Then you come to the table. There ain't no unison. You know what I'm saying? But you go to a lot of these other countries, they with their family, damn near every day. And they ain't distracted by technology. But you look at them, oh, they poor. That's how Americans look at other nations, man. Nigga, you about to be way worse off than them. And then we're gonna see who ain't people. That's why the scriptures call this the city of the untouched virgin, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Untouched place. But it's about to be touched. It's just the Lord just been letting the sins pile on up. Because this is the place of the great judgment. You wait till the Lord judge this place and judge you people in your pride and haughty looks. Right? You able to go to New York. If you ever been to New York, the place really don't sleep. You able to dine out 2 a.m. You in New York, you able to dine out 2 a.m., 3 a.m. The place really don't sleep. I'm in fucking, I remember where I'm in fucking, I think it was Applebee's. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. eating. You go to other countries, shit closed 7 o'clock. Open bar. You eat a burger, 2 a.m. like, fries, like what the fuck? Right? Other nations, they had breakfast and dinner, they went to sleep 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Here, Las Vegas, all night, showing their ass, man. This place is filthy.
Oh, and if I may, other countries allow you to take a siesta. During the course of a break. You know, you go to work at 8, you take a siesta by 12, you don't come back to 4, maybe 5, and work the rest of your day.
Yeah, the work system ain't like here, unless you go to like one of those totalitarian countries where they got slave shops and shit. But they, like the brother said, work is different. You know, here they fucking shit. I heard like Amazon warehouses. That shit is straight slave.
That shit you heard about that.
Like straight slavery. Like they in the warehouses like 12, 13 hours straight.
If you
Heard that at a break time. That's how you get used to it. Go to the lunch and go to warehouse. You get a 30-minute break. Somebody got to get there. You already got 15 minutes left. You come back.
hiring manager or whatever supervisor
So is it that
that you might have and stuff like that.
See?
The little scanner, the beeper goes off.
See?
Yeah.
No, it's an easy thing for people to get their packages right. And they just, thank you. But you don't see the rigorous and the total shit that goes behind it. You got people dying in this fucking warehouse. Getting this shit out. Because they got to put, you know how many people, we all on Amazon order shit. You know what type of work, labor force it takes to push out that amount of packages? I ain't gonna say where I work, but I'm in that industry. Like, bro,
It's like a sweatshop.
people work to get you your stuff, man. But you get here, you just you order 20, 30 packages. Them motherfuckers
2-day shipping or 1-day shipping.
dying on the clock.
2-day shipping, 1-day shipping.
Oh, forget it. Niggas dying in the clock, dying in the well. They caught, all right, we got to hire a new nigga. And they always hire people online right now. Amazon ass hiring. Because niggas keep quitting and fake.
That's crazy.
The slaughter joint in Smithfield.
Yeah.
Smithfield
Yeah,
packing,
some of
packing,
You
yeah.
know, man, people done fell out. 'Cause
Yeah.
that shit was really a sweatbox.
Yeah.
Like, they gutting pigs.
Yeah.
Like, two people, you know, right? They fell out. Oh, one dude fell out. Banged his head on the joint and died.
Oh, wow.
This when Johnny Cochran was alive. Yo, John, and they make mad money. Johnny Cochran took a personal jet over there and spoke to the big dog of Guadney. And he was like, yo, you know, I'm here for representation of the family. The owner wrote him a blank check and told him carry your ass. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn.
Mistaken, the
you
owner
can't
was
come-
a
you
Jake.
Huh?
I'm mistaken, the owner of Jake.
Oh, word?
I believe he sold it to the Chinese
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
a few years ago.
He was in it for himself. Got in, got out.
Yeah.
But
He had to get out.
You look at the ground labor force of America. Nobody gives a fuck. Even like right now, they building them bridges, right?
Yeah.
When you going to Hampton and stuff. Who you see? Who you see at nighttime building bridges? What
That's
the
cool.
women? Oh, every time I been going by, it's been men. Out there in the water on them big machines.
It's cold out there, too. And it's nasty.
But the nigga woman in her ultimate.
Right.
I'm independent. I don't need a man.
How about they don't build no bridges when you go over?
Yep.
When you need a boat, let's go back to ancient times when you could have a boat. And it used to take strength to row to your destination.
It's easy to make that statement during good times.
Yeah.
You know, like the brother had stated earlier, weak men bring about bad times, and strong men bring about good times. It's easy to make that statement as far as women are concerned. You're like, I don't need a man, I'm independent, this, that, or the other, during good times. We could go to the store, you can get your bread, you make your money, you know, you can get this bullshit education, you can talk shit to a man because you're protected by your enemy. But when this shit goes down, hey,
Convenience gonna be taken out of the way. So when nothing is convenient for food or getting your hair or nails done or all the things that you may need, you're gonna go and seek a man to get these things or go out and hunt, you know, for your food, man. Or to bring you into the next city.
Oh, real men coming back, man. And you got men out here that want to be money good. They've been waiting for their chance to just, yes, let me be a man, you know? And then they gonna take what they want because men are conquerors. Men are hunter gatherers, right? And you women are gonna be the point.
Yeah. Any kids.
All you little cute ass women that's been there, yeah. Them freaks. The freaks come out at night. Them big ass Tyrone, 6'4", 230 hard muscle. Shit, man. I seen a clip. I think it was in New York. The chick was walking down the street. Dude stuck his fingers up in the. She looked at him. Slap.
Yeah.
He caught back.
Laid off.
And he started beating his I said, damn.
Yeah, 20 times.
You thought he was, this nigga about it. He said, I'm gonna take it, bitch. And if you hit me, I'm gonna knock you. So she hit me. This nigga was beating her ass on the street.
20 times.
And at the interview, you see her just getting up, just looking at a nigga on his next victim.
That's right.
It's a lot of niggas like that out here, man. You see them niggas all the time. I used to see them niggas when I used to catch a bus. You look at them niggas, be like, this nigga.
I grew up in the 70s, 80s, and I remember when men had their women in check. A woman just didn't walk out amongst men and talk shit to her man. She knew her place, and her place was not around her man being around a bunch of men. You know? Shit, I remember women used to get their ass whooped on the street, bro. In the 70s. I used to see this shit all the time.
And you got the judge that still manhandling women, but then you got these bug out zombies that come in. You can't do it. You get the simp nigga come and rescue. Here it is, this is his woman. And you got a simp nigga, don't even know their relationship, don't know nothing about them. You coming to tell this man to get his hands off his woman. What the Lord tell niggas? Meddle not another man's affair. You come back, man, you keep putting your hands on her. You want to kill this dude, man. That could be my mother. You know what I'm saying?
You funny.
You ain't supposed, if you see a nigga hitting on this woman, y'all put you supposed to lie
My son spirit dudes, you know?
Yeah.
Anytime something happens to a so-called black woman, here he come, putting his 2 cents in for him to say nothing about religion. When a man get fumbled over,
You know how many women would keep their mouth closed, they was getting their mouth popped in by they men? Hey, the scripture say spare not the rod. That don't just go for children. Sometimes you gotta pop your woman in the mouth. Especially since how some of them be talking, man.
You seen what?
They'll put their hands on you in a quick second.
Oh,
But see, society has a feminized men to where you think you ain't supposed to hit a woman. Then fuck you ain't. The Lord said you stone with her.
Cut a hand off.
The fuck? Yeah, you supposed to cut her hand off. She grab balls.
Nah,
You
that's
don't put
true.
your hands on a woman. That's crazy.
That's right.
If she get out, she really get out of pocket. Hey,
Joe was like, what? It's like
Can't
one
do
of them
that
niggas.
now, though.
yeah, we in a society now. We in a society now where they can call the cops. So now you can't do that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we moving to the kingdom, so you won't have to. But if you able to not get the cops on you,
Trick, right?
go ahead on me.
Yeah, I know the trick. I ain't gonna speak it.
Tell me, because these women are trying. These women are trying. Oh, especially Southern Kingdom. See, I grew up around Southern Kingdom women. Southern Kingdom women will put their hands on you. And you didn't even put your hands on her first. She will put her hands on you to the point you gonna let her beat your ass, or you gonna have to, hey,
You gotta defend yourself.
You got to eat that.
you just about to have a black eye. That's why he was a real
I could be under control. Look at that
They
Tina.
was in a restaurant and her friend.
It's crazy as hell. They gonna tweak
They was in a restaurant and I
Watch
think,
him. He's looking at Tina like.
Ike was wild though. Ike was crazy.
you see when they was in a restaurant?
But we can't trust that movie either because you know they wanted to pay him to be the villain.
Can't.
Tina was in the music industry. You know how they do in the music industry. So I'm sure he didn't see. He seen some shit. He was like, bitch, you don't fucking play with me. What was you saying, bro?
When they was in a restaurant, I think she was with her sister, and she had said something, and he said, "Bitch, mind your business," and she kept talking crazy to Ike, and then he slapped the shit out of her.
Hey, but see, look, a feminized society, a nigga in that restaurant be like, man, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
But shit, you got men out here that'll do that and then beat your ass. You can step in.
I seen that happen.
So you better watch who you step in, because that nigga might be man enough to beat your ass too.
That's what I was gonna say. You got a complete stranger willing to throw his whole life away over a woman he don't even know.
You see that dude at the airport, you know, like up in JFK? This dude was whooping his woman ass. Almost got his ass.
Yeah.
Those days are here.
You gotta, first of all, we in them times where you need to mind your motherfucking business. You don't know you don't know that whole situation. You don't know she might have antagonized them. You know what I mean?
Money.
And sticking your neck in somebody else's business might be detrimental.
Curiosity killed the cat. Now in Jacob's Trouble, if you see a couple and then he beating their ass, you think you gonna stop and save her in Jacob's Trouble? When everybody fucking going through, you gonna mind your fucking business.
And what's the hashtag protect black women now, right?
Yeah.
First, and then they want to push that the so-called black woman is the most attacked person on the earth. You crazy as hell. It's the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. Because we going against these other nations and who's supposed to be our help. But women don't like how you acting, 911. Women don't like how you acting, Section 8. I'm gonna get Section 8. Get you out of this house.
Don't let her find out you got another woman.
Right.
Now the worst thing that ever happened to me from a woman is when she found out I had another woman. I said, "You gonna fucking do that?" They'll fucking put their hands on her. Let her find out you got another woman. Either she gonna go the cop route, she gonna try to put a play on you, she gonna call her brothers or uncles, or she gonna physically come to you with a knife or some shit.
Probation officer.
I kill you. Because they got that Jezebel spirit on them, right? Women ain't supposed to be like that. They're not supposed to be jealous of other women. They're supposed to be happy that their man is able to be a man. You want your man to be a full man. Your man is, here it is, I can shoot off children, I can shoot off three able-bodied men 3 times in one day. Tomorrow you can shoot off 3 times. Wednesday you can shoot off 3 times. I'm supposed to be bound by one woman. I can impregnate 3 women in one day. 3 women the next day. 3 women the next day. But society tells you or you can only be with one. That's why I sent that image in the chat that said Kim Jong Un. He was like, I find it surprising that America taught people homosexuality is acceptable, but polygamy is a sin.
Yeah, I
that.
screenshot that.
That was heavy.
Because that makes so much sense.
Homosexuality
Yeah.
is acceptable, but polygamy is a sin.
Yeah.
Fuck, a man can only have one woman, but he can be a factor.
If I may, that shows how the Heavenly Father set up the order of this, too, what you were saying about, you know, the dominance over a man has over a woman, because, you know, society tells these women that they are equal to us and they can live just like us, right? But
Yeah, that's it.
But I asked him, I asked one woman, I said, how many times can you get pregnant in a month? And she said once. I said, well, how many times can I get a woman pregnant in a month? And she said they're quiet, but that shows you that the Heavenly Father set an order to us. We're dominant over the woman, man. You know, you get pregnant, you're supposed to sit your ass home. Nature, let nature run its course. You know, protect yourself. And while the man goes abroad, and does what he wants.
And then, well, that's the whole, when you go into our Lord, that's another thing, being up under your woman now. I can't be with no woman longer than maybe, we out and about, okay, I'll give it a day, right? We out doing something. We in the crib, 2 hours max.
Yeah. That's peaceful.
2 hours. If I ain't getting no bucks, I ain't about to be up under you fucking for hours. That's why in the law, a woman used to have a separate quarter she could go to for her time of period, right?
Yeah.
And like the brother was going into when she's pregnant during that time, you're able to, now if you want to, get another wife, get her pregnant, continue your legacy, your lineage. Now you in the house, which she on her period in the house with you, bugging the fuck out. The moon and fuck the, because that's a real thing. Moon got her sight, she fucked up the cycle. She taking shit out on you, out of order, talking to you all type of crazy, and you gotta sit in there cooking bacon and shit, listening to her. That's madness, man. That's fucking madness, man. She supposed to be out of the house at that time.
That's right.
And then after her period's over, you know what? I'm sorry for how I was acting. You know, my emotions get to me. But back then what? 20-something days later, and they come back on, she back tearing shit up again. That's
See, a lot of them will force you to get the bed with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Cuddle with me. Be with me. Men gotta be men, man. That's why, like, if we had our own land, you got, like, you'll see certain houses. Well, like the one we live. I guess he got a separate place on the land, right? That would be your woman. She on the land, but she got a separate little house quarter that she go to. Baby, what? You said you bleeding? No, we go. You unclean right now. That's right. Around me. I gotta be throwing up prayers, all type of stuff. That's how holy we were back then. I gotta be praying to the Lord. I can't get into touching you. I gotta repent. How you gonna be throwing up prayers to the Lord and you around an unclean woman 24/7? That was the whole purpose of it. So you're not unclean the whole time while she's unclean. She's not the head, you're the head. She don't make prayers on behalf of the household. You're the head of the household. The Lord listening to you first for her, so she can be unclean. But you make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. So the house is covered and protected. Right?
Okay.
Now women can do what the fuck they want. You gonna wash your clothes, period panties in the fucking you know what I'm saying? Just show it's the society's fucked up, man. See, I used to go with my sister. I done seen all types of shit in there. You go in the bathroom, god damn.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary, man.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to live like that, man. Young boys growing up. Things are supposed to be separate. That's why, hey, we're gonna go back to that root. Because we're troubled in the spirit about these things, all right? That we have to be around these things, still be in these things, but that's why we come out here to expose the truth. To let the people know what the truth is, and the truth is not supposed to be something agreeable. Right? And have you opened the book of Acts? The prophets was getting stoned. They didn't agree with the truth. So y'all come there and say, y'all wrong. Well, that don't mean we ain't right in the eyes of the Lord. That's right. We wrong to you. That don't mean we not right in the eyes of the Lord. Just because society says you can do what you want, don't mean that's okay with the Lord.
Right.
Women come up here and say, I can have more than one man. To who? That's okay to who? Because the Lord said you can't. Society said you could. Right? So y'all reaping the benefits of what the society wants you to have right now, but wait until the Lord requires your judgment. Right? Wait until you gotta adhere to the things you've been doing. He called you back into the spirit realm. How many of our grandmas say you can have more than one man? That's what the Lord asked. He said you can have more than one man. What you want to say in that thing? You don't be able to say that. Oh, you thought you could be a fact? Who told you that? What you gonna say into the Lord? Well. You ain't gonna be able to speak in the presence of the Lord. That's the thing. Your judgment just gonna be sealed. You ain't nothing for you to say in the presence of the Most High Supreme Yahweh. You're just gonna be a bean up there and just wherever he caught you on. Because your judgment is sealed. You ain't nothing for you to ain't nothing. Yahweh Shah speaks on our behalf. Ain't nothing for us to say to the Most High Yahweh. Everything we doing right here is for Yahweh Shah to tap his phone with. Okay, Father, we don't go to the Abba Yahweh right now and call ourselves talking to him. You got your fucking mind? He came and spoke to us one time as a nation. And we said never again. Moses, he gonna kill us, Moses. He gonna kill us.
You talk to him.
That show you what type of power we saw. They said he gonna kill us. The power that delivered you. Right? So we come through Yahweh Shah, we humbly recognize, look, we sinners and we need mercy. And that's why we read this book. Go ahead. The book of Baruch. But see, these people out here that look at us with disgust, where do they repent to? Who do they repent to? Where's their shameless in? Right? Do they have shamefulness for their pride, for their haughtiness? Right? And a lot of you, the elder Ariella from Dallas said a beautiful thing last night. A lot of you all of you are just rape victims, right? You just accepted being raped, right? The raper come down to the basement, and you numb to it. He just lay on top of you and take whatever. Y'all work these jobs, 9 to 5s. Y'all eat, you go to these restaurants. You go through the same routine, or you just accept it because it's all you've been given. It's all you know. You're just a rape victim that's accepted what's been given to you, right? You don't make none of the laws, you don't make none of the decrees. As soon as the World Economic Forum say, oh, we believe there's going to be a new virus coming soon, you know, maybe y'all agree. We believe a cyber attack is going to have to know, maybe y'all agree. None of this shit was anything before us till y'all start speaking it up, right? But we have no say in these things. We're left out of the loop. We don't know none of them niggas that was at that meeting. I ain't seen none of them niggas before. But they making decisions on our lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
We never had a conversation with these niggas. We never sat down, broke bread. He don't know my mama, I don't know his mama. Right? And he making a decision on my life. That's gonna affect my whole day. When the C-19 shit happened, that affected our whole life. We had to put fucking masks on, and I hated putting that shit on. It got to a point where I had to put the fucking shit on. I'm in the airport now. I have to put the shit on, or they gonna lock me up, bro. They'll literally detain your ass. You want to hear without a mask?
That shit was talking
Right? You had certain stores, you literally had to put the mask on. Like they wouldn't let you in the store. Now at the beginning we was okay. We was like, we ain't putting the shit on. We in the store looking at niggas. Weirdo. But then it got to a point that we had to be in this shit with the fucking looking. That shit was vexing, man. You in the line with your groceries, you got the shit. You like, and then in that moment it's set.
It was even more vexing. It was vexing then, so even now that it's over, where you don't have to wear it, you got jabbers still wearing it.
Oh, bitch that work next to me. Yeah. Bitch got the morning, bitch got the mask. 2023, bro. Bitch got the mask on, man.
After getting the jab.
You know the silliness? Hey, you know the silliness in the Jake? Like I said, when Jake would do anything captivity, and after that, he'll make like designs of the mask and all that stuff. Man. It's like, what happens? Jake, you know, he designed it.
One of them super brews.
Yeah.
He had the fringes on this shit. He said, Kwam Yasha Allah. I said, oh, this.
It's what I'm saying, man. Ain't it because of Jake, man. Jake was gonna make something.
Well, that's Jake, though. Jake always gotta make something, you know, flashy. Like even in prison, you know, they got Jake that they put a little style on, they jumpsuit and shit, you know.
No, like you said, they even took the posters. They got the shit up here.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
them multiple doses, because you have to be. What it is they call it. You have to have. So if you got 2 doses, certain brands say you take 2 doses, you have to complete.
Yeah.
You complete it, so you can travel here. You only got 1, they'll say, oh no, you can't travel here. You ain't completed. You gotta get your other dose. Then you can travel here. So you gotta keep getting jabbed. Then they said they're looking into having an annual potion injection, so where you get it every year.
Oh, my
We gotta
God.
get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
only gonna get worse
Nah,
because they about to release an upload, right?
nah.
And then you can just feel it in the air. That's some shit finna fucking happen. We just feel it. We coming up with Passover, right? You just feel it like this bullshit.
Always happen.
This fucking Rennie's hippie nigga, this pinky in the brain. You know, you just feel like he in the lab just doing some shit.
Mr. Smithers.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, kind. Release the flag.
Dexter's laboratory.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, my laboratory. That nigga they cooking up some shit to release it, man. That's why we stay in circle spirit.
That's how the movie Contagion.
We ain't concerned about what's the nigga name? Tyrone?
One person.
Tyreek.
Tariq? We ain't concerned about that nigga. He in the spirit realm.
Yeah.
We concerned about our tasks and what put us here to do. You ain't fooling us, devil. Then you got the Super Bowl, you got Rihanna about to perform.
know that's gonna be
A heavy witch.
Kind.
She's a
Madonna.
heavy fucking witch within the
Madonna.
music world.
Beyonce.
Who knows what the fuck type of spell she gonna be doing, putting on the people. Oh, nah. No, for real. For real. This shit real, bro. And the people in the crowd getting hypnotized and shit.
He said, "Oh, nah."
She got
What's my
that
name?
accent too. You know what I mean? Got that Bayesian accent. Yeah.
You funny. Yeah, kind.
And you know, she attractive women, so you know the dudes is gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nigga, the gazed out word.
That bitch is a demon, man.
Yeah.
Then what you had that pastor come out and say he went to hell.
And sing
He
that.
went to hell and everybody was
Sing
singing
Umbrella.
Umbrella. So there's a whole bunch of witchcraft and sorcery. You gotta understand, brothers. The Lord has given Eve left-hand side powers. This nigga literally he's a warlock. So he's able to manipulate the things you see in sports, the things you see in the news. Everything is scripted and written. You know, and your bitch slipped up in the soccer shit. She said, whoever scripted this game did a heck of a job.
Oh, man.
They dudes with that like fucking World Cup shit. She's like, whoever scripted this game did a great job. On the panel. Slipped the fuck up, man. Everything around you is fucking orchestrated and scripted. You can't trust shit.
Everything is fake. Every single thing that you know of is fake.
Fucking Will Smith getting on stage slapping Chris Paul. These niggas was in dresses. This nigga was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in a fucking dress next to this nigga. Playing a woman. So they been in cahoots.
That's right. That's right.
And this nigga give a fuck about Jada Pinkett to get on a fucking stage and slap this nigga.
He was laughing at first, and after that he got mad. And come on, man.
And a lot of these celebrities don't even be in America. Like a lot of them be out of the country. Not even affected by the societal rules that you affected by. Niggas be in places in Europe, Dubai, all type of shit. The only time they really be out here is when they got concerts and shit. Niggas don't be in America, man.
Book of Baruch, chapter 3.
Even like a lot of these countries, like you look at Korea, China, they have their own superstars. Now, of course, they still look at these Drakes and these mega superstars over here as like the thing to beat. But they have their own superstars. They have Korean superstars. Yeah, Bollywood. They have their own celebrities. Like how you look at Denzel, they got their own Denzel in India and shit.
Okay.
So don't you look and think America? No, they got their own shit going on.
Okay.
People marvel at America and emulate it, but they got their own shit going on, man. When you leave America, as you see it, you realize that America ain't something like that. But they'll have you think that America is life.
Yeah.
No, the fuck it ain't. You can live without being here. Because people are doing it on an everyday basis. America's a false dream given to people, right? And if I was in the world, I would have been left. I'm telling you right now, I would have been started. Passport, bro, for real. Ain't no man in the world in his right mind should be over here in fucking America.
Okay.
Hell no. As much sorcery that goes on around here, the stuff they about to put on the books to lock you niggas up. The women are corrupted. You can't blame them niggas that's leaving the country. They think that's their hope. To see us in the truth, we realize we supposed to be. We have a task at hand. Right? The scripture says the prophets before us prophesied against many kingdoms. They stood in the kingdom of their captivity and prophesied against it. Why? Because their people are there in captivity. And the enemy is there. So we have to be here. Right? We ain't supposed to get a passport, go to the Philippines, hold her hand. Yeah, I'm in heaven. That ain't what we supposed to do. We supposed to be prophets. Right? Then when we get beamed up, we'll be able to go to the Philippines, get whatever the fuck we want. Without having a courtroom. This bitch, come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, kind of right.
We gonna get it the right
This
way.
ain't so technical.
Cause princes ain't supposed to be courting no bitch, man. We ain't supposed to be taking no chick out, sitting with that, you know, $500 Blue Chris. The hope you get the draws because it's a hope.
It's basically
You see a
prostitution.
dude that flew that girl out, spent 5 bands on her.
Uh-huh.
He got so mad, he went on live.
You funny,
This
you funny.
bitch, I done flew this bitch out and spent all
Yeah,
my
you weak
money.
for that, though.
And she's sitting there like, well, I never said I was gonna give you no ass, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude.
But that's weak though. I mean, why would you fly a female out just for some box?
Yeah, he wants a box.
That's weak though.
Yeah, it's weak, but they in the world.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Hey, faith is the evidence.
And
You
that's how
at the
that.
dinner, you hoping. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you say Hebrews 11.
You know? Faith is the evidence of things not seen.
okay.
You got your best cologne on.
Yeah.
He put the work in.
He in the mirror like,
You know what I'm saying?
you like
But you
this?
spend $100.
You trying to remember your game that you was like, what's that shit I was thinking I was gonna say today? Oh yeah, so shorty, yeah, look. You know, you trying your best. Then at the end of the night, she get out the car. All right, thanks for the dinner.
Free food, that's free food right there.
You know what I'm saying? You got that look like, oh, hell fucking no.
You want me to walk you to the door?
Yeah, right.
You know, open, she changed it.
Yeah. You funny.
You should give it to somebody just on the one day,
Yeah.
one interaction.
One drunken occasion,
Yup.
right? Just one hot moment.
Yeah.
That's what's driving these men crazy. Because men are doing these things. That's why the red pill community is so big. Because men are actually doing these things. I had a Jake on the plantation tell me, dude, I've been on these dating sites. I just been spending all my money taking these chicks out. And they really just running game on me. They not calling that, test me back. He just telling me, I took this chick, I took it. Stop.
Free food.
Just
bro.
stop.
Free food,
Can I say
bro.
something though? That shows you how much the woman has fallen because these women are gaming men just for a plate of food. When they at least when I was coming up, the women was cooking in the crib. These women don't know how to cook no more. They want to game somebody because they know the value of the power you.
Uh-huh.
You know, the box.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just want to go ahead and go get a good plate.
Uh-huh.
That's fair.
You know me, get a couple drinks, and then I'm gonna go home and call my homegirls, or I'm gonna call Tyrone, Big Willie Tyrone, to knock my brains loose. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's fucked up, man. This place gotta go, like your brother said. Why women ain't cooking anymore? You know?
And-
Attempting to at least.
Yeah, and like I said, you can go on YouTube. Like I said, there's a study about how, like I said, that dating site is a waste of time because, like I said, these women, like I said, man, you could be an average 4 or 3, and like I said, some dude is gonna mess with you, man. Like I said, they prove it. Like I said, they even tried to switch it around for a woman that, you know what I mean, to quote unquote pretend to be a dude, and you know what I mean, she wasn't getting basically no replies. And she said, wow, it makes sense why these women that were able to get, you know, these dudes and stuff like that, man.
Because the men are the hunters, so
She
you gonna
killed herself too.
Yeah.
the men are the hunters, so the men are gonna dominate the site. So the cute ones, everybody clicking on the cute ones. So she got just hundreds of dudes. So she ain't pressed about you, and if she do it,
gassed up.
if she do allow you to take
Yeah.
her out, you just one in line.
Yeah, pretty much.
She weighing her options, man.
And then, you know, a lot of women is hit to the bullshit Jake be saying, you know, the dudes be saying,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Because of niggas like
Who's
Steve
running
Harvey,
game?
Steve Harvey, How to Think Like a Man.
Yeah,
I hope the
yeah,
Lord
exactly.
should have
Yeah, yeah,
fucking whistled right through your living room, nigga. I hate that nigga, man. I mean, one day I didn't have my goddamn aux cord and I had to drive to work and listen to the radio show.
I hate
I
that
couldn't
fucking
stand
shit,
it, man.
Oh, no, but he, yeah. And I think he on his third marriage, you know what I mean?
He's a super nigga
Yeah,
there.
yeah, but you know,
He
that's
let
where
his daughter.
place is at.
Yeah, man.
If it's one nigga that I wish that there is Steve Harvey. If I had to choose one nigga, that nigga gotta go.
We had one dude that kind of looked like Steve Harvey.
Oh yeah, John Michael B.
Is that Steve
And
Harvey?
she was, I could,
And then she went
she
to home.
was,
I
she
gotta
was
read that.
with before
I
him.
said I was gonna say.
She was with Puffy.
Ran through.
Then messed
Yeah,
with
she went
Puffy's
with
son.
Yeah,
Right,
Lori
right.
Harvey.
She was with the father, then was with the son. But society is making her seem like she's just the baddest woman on earth. She's a harlot,
And no
yo.
woman, no woman look that good. There's no woman on the earth that look that good. I haven't seen one.
Well, they
that make-
reserved for somewhere in Brazil or somewhere that nobody don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, it ain't no Judas on this earth. All right,
Oh.
ain't no woman walking around that's gonna stop men from fighting. You stop, whoa, shit.
Yeah.
You know, you men are just lost your way
Yeah.
of what it is to be a man.
Yeah.
You simple for women that are mediocre. Like I was going, the point I was going, we princes. We're not supposed to be spending money on a fucking woman just to hope we get pussy. Right? If you're in a relationship with a chick and you bond with her, that's different. You're having an outing.
Yeah.
But you doing it with the hopes of getting ass, that's a low state.
Yeah.
You're
right
just
for
supposed to. Abraham took Sarah. Hey, they went to tent.
Yeah.
Oh, we patrol? That's constantly. He ain't taking the Ruby Tuesday. They
that.
went
Whatever
to
they had
tent.
back then.
If men be straight up from the, I can speak for myself. When I'm just meeting up, I draw the line in the sand from the brick. This is where I'm at with it. You know? You know, ain't no baby, this and that lying. That's that baby face shit.
Something you should say that I had a conversation with my daughter was like, I met this dude, you know, she ain't doing no, she says she ain't doing no, but I met this dude, you know, he's in the Goku and all this other stuff, and you know, blah blah blah. And my daughter said that he looked at her and was like, I ain't gonna kiss. And my daughter was like, what? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to my daughter, and I'm like, you know what? I respect him more than that dude that would play the field just to get a kiss. At least he told you what he wanted. And you knew what he wanted.
Cause you gonna kiss somebody anyway.
Exactly. At least you walking up and knowing what this man want from you. You know?
They all want the same thing. He just came out and said it.
Yeah,
And
she
that-
gonna respect that.
and these
I
women,
respected him for it.
yeah, these women are crazy, man. Cause here it is, they'll deny one man, they go do way more
Like the
nasty
other
shit
dude.
with
Yeah,
another
but
dude.
yeah.
She denied this man, and now you slurping up
Yeah.
this man's children
But that
in
other
the crib.
man, but that other man might
Yeah,
be an out.
he busting all on her face. No, this is the reality though. She get in the crib, getting her face busted on, right? Getting shit shoved up her butthole. Then she come to prison, you stuck up. And you can't have this.
You gave it away for less.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much.
Cause these niggas in the world are foul. They doing all type of shit to these women.
Yeah,
They
kinda,
got
especially in
fetishes.
college. College and all that
These
shit.
niggas like getting they, you know what?
Trained.
8
Yeah,
out.
all the
Trained, all
These-
the
Violation.
I've heard it from women's mouth.
Violation.
These men got weird fetishes they be having these women be. And that's why you get these women, they be turned out. You get with them, you like, damn, who the fuck taught you all this shit?
Yeah, right?
You know how you spot her? Tell her, hey, this is a tip for bro. Get on top of me right now. If she know how to, depending on how she rides you, you know she been ran through. Cause she gonna ride you like a fucking pro. You know when you got a woman in the bedroom if she been ran through, like you just know. Cause the shy ones, the timid ones, you know, even the whores they'll play shy for a minute.
Yeah, but
But once
ain't
you
no
get into
faking it.
once you get into the action, you know, like, fucking ran through.
Who taught you how to suck it?
I never did this before.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, I never did this before.
I ain't teach you that shit.
for real. That's real. You asked her to suck it, and she doing what she doing.
Yeah, you know,
You funny.
got the spit stream
And
going on.
that,
It's like, what the fuck?
and that hurts us because it's like
Hey.
A woman is supposed to
That's
experience her first everything with you.
Yeah.
Right? If she go on a boat, a yacht, you supposed to take on that yacht. She supposed to be like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I never did. She ain't supposed to get on a yacht with you like, yeah, last time I was on here, he did this. As a man,
he's the last
but as a
time.
man-
I'll show you some
Yeah,
shit.
but as a man, it hurts you because it's like, damn.
I can see this is.
What can I show her as a man that, you know what I'm saying, that I did this for?
Fuck, I got
Yeah.
the box in it.
Well, I took you to the Bahamas.
You already paid for it already?
Girl, we did
Ain't no
that.
refund.
A woman's first is supposed to be everything with a man. That gives a man joy. You show him it brings. I know it brings me joy when I'm with a chick and I show her some shit. And her eyes light up. She's like, oh, she just look. She got that child look on you again. How she's supposed to look. She's like, okay. Right, but if she already did it, it's like, fuck. Then we just do it. Oh, I've been in this restaurant. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, it's okay. Then we just eat. Ain't really experienced. We could have took this home.
Last guy bought me this.
Yeah. You know what I'm about.
Yeah.
You pull up in your car, but she's been in, you pull up in your car, but she's been in a Corvette, right? So she's looking at your car. Well, bitch, what if you had to go?
Oh.
You got baddies. You got baddies in other countries, right? Going back to your point, like you were saying, like Brazil. These are 10s. They walk everywhere. They'll love for you to pull up in your Honda, your 1990 Honda, and pick them up.
Yeah.
See, they not and they look way better than what they did. But see, these women here, they spoiled.
That's why they be in shape. You know?
Yeah, because they gotta walk. If they not catching public transportation, they walking, right? I've seen it firsthand. They bad, right? You come here, mediocre chick looking at you. You got a regular car.
She got a
Bitch,
fool.
you a fire.
She got a fool.
Shit.
Looking like
That's
talking
my
to you
fault.
like, you know, she a mock America's Next Top Model. You know?
Bitch barely know proper hygiene.
Right.
You know, we know more about shit. We know more about the herbs. We know more about hygiene. We know more about all types of shit.
She got a bonnet on, SpongeBob, John, holy ass t-shirt.
And that's why we gotta look, brothers, we gotta look at ourselves like the princes that we are, because if a woman get with us, more willing we those men, we're invaluable, right? You can't put a price on a man anymore. Because the knowledge that we can impart to these women is going to put them on a whole different level. Not only that, what we're bringing into their life is ultimately could be salvation. Because the scriptures say a man should be a covert from a woman, right? Women get saved by the head, the man. So if a woman get with one of us who's serving the Lord, they don't realize they literally hit the golden ticket if we endure to the end.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not just supposed to be dealing with any old chick any fucking way. I don't give a fuck what she like. If she not willing to deal with you cordially, she gotta fucking go. If a woman call herself checking me, you gotta fucking go. Right? Don't text my phone talking about where you at. Bitch, I'm at camp. That's what I'm at. I'll hit you up later and let you know what I'm doing. Don't be maybe. I might not even let you know. That ain't your place. And it ain't my place to explain shit to you like that. Right? If I want you to know, I would have told you. You don't need to know. I'm gonna let you know the things you need to know. But see, women think it's their place to ask you questions, where you been, where you going, what you doing, right? And they don't gotta do nothing for you in return as long as they give you the box. That's a horrible deal, right? That's prostitution. That's really what relationships have become. Prostitution. She gives you sex, you give her money. What else is a woman doing for you? Is she your biggest cheerleader? Is she motivating you? Is she a pillar of rest? When you come in from work and you lay down and talk to her about worldly matters and she just listens and okay, all right, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm gonna go make you some tea, right? Or is she black, telling you about all her problems? You got to take on her world just for some bucks.
Right.
No, you cannot. Where we at?
You want that second?
Yeah. let's go. You see something interesting up here?
It's all interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you got a question, just let us know.
Okay.
This book of 2 Esdras chapter 7, and I start at verse 57. It says, "Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Verse 58, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
Yeah, if you be overcome, you should suffer, right? You see that all the time. People be overcome by their flesh, by their worldly desires. Hey, we all got family members that have some type of addiction. The world has overcome. They wasn't able to cope with the troubles of the world, so they took it out on the world, and they got addictions from the world, whether it be alcohol, whether it be cigarette, whether it be hardcore drugs, whether it be being abusive to other people. You got people that just lash out on other people because they don't like their life. Right? Go ahead, man. Meditate.
Verse 59, for this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life.
You got a colorblind boots on.
Verse 59, for this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believe not.
What's the life, brothers? Right, what's the life? All statutes and commandments. And y'all got some more. That's life.
That's how you be a man.
That shows you how to live. That shows you how to conduct yourself throughout society. Right? He got them Columbine pants and shoes on. He about to shoot up the whole school. That's the pants and the shoes the nigga had on. He had a long trench coat. That's a straight Edomite. It ain't no inch of Jake in that body.
You like one of them incels.
Now
Yeah,
we're supposed to be in the kingdom next or something like that.
Kind of incels. They're being Reddit.
Like Apostle Hall said,
Reddit,
if I end up in the kingdom and the Edomites are able to be in the kingdom with us, I'm gonna kill the Edomite.
He's about to fall off.
Fuck that. That's madness, man. That's fucking madness. Go ahead, bro. And you see why the Lord say we gonna lock their ass back up. He let them loose, but we gonna lock their ass. They gotta be locked up, bro.
They're the best one.
They're the problem with the earth. They're the reason for pedophilia. They're the reason for bestiality. They're the reason for homosexuality. They're the reason for women worship. They're the reason for the demasculation of men. Them.
Yeah, they're being Reddit for.
Gad was wicked over there, but at least Gad understood what it was to be a man before he brought his ass over here. At least Gad understood the respect of the land, the beasts of the land. At least Gad understood that medicines come from the earth and not from the lab. Food was still real. This man came over here and fucked up everything in the name of manifest destiny.
You didn't consider the latter end?
Yeah.
He destroyed everything when he came over here. Every single thing. In the name of Catholicism and Christianity. And he wants us to stay in that. He wants us to say we can stay in Christianity. He don't want us to teach this. You out of your fucking mind. You the damn devil the Bible speaks of. You the deceiver. You the son of perdition. And you can't prove us wrong. You can't say otherwise. Because you have shown yourself in every instance to be the damn devil, man. What kind of person teaches us that we're black and Africans and then give us Christianity? They don't give us nothing else but taxes. Right? Tells his people they're white. You're also Christian. Bunch of confusion walking around on the earth right now, man. That's why men get up in age and you ain't learning shit about life. Men to come to that breaking point in age and like, what the fuck? I'm getting up there now. Even women, they get older and they like, fuck. And they start realizing, shit, what was my life? They start realizing it's vain. And then they gravitate to what? That fucking church, which is also vain, but that's all they know. All they know is the plantation. All they know is the plantation doctrine. That's why the scripture say you can't put new wine in old bottles. Right? These people out here are defiled, man. They have to be destroyed. And the brothers that are up here, we have, I guess, the Lord sees something in us, the Lord Yahweh to give us the light, the eye salve to see out of every, because it could have been my best friend that Could have been my cousin. Could have been my brother. Why me? You know what I'm saying? I didn't encounter many people throughout my life. Why not them? Us, he chose us out of everybody. So why you how about you on the shot for that? We can't take that for granted. Because he didn't have to wake us up. We could have just been bugged the fuck out, still drinking Kool-Aid. Through not knowing what the fuck's going on out here, man. But see, what we decided to do is say, you know what? This is the truth. We believe on this. We're gonna teach it. We're gonna make our bodies a living sacrifice, right? And we're gonna do it to the end, Lord willing. Lord willing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 59 again. It says, "For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, Choose thee life that thou mayest live." Verse 60, "Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him. No."
So they don't believe the part. So why are we supposed to get down and out men believe us? Right? That proves they never read the Bible. The whole world agrees with Christianity. That shows you it's not the truth. The Lord said he doesn't love the world. Right? He said he's not in the world. He even said this world is not his world. His world is the coming. So if Christianity is the religion, if Christianity is the religion that governs the majority of the world, that shows you it's a false religion. Because Christianity has been reached the four corners of the world. The Bible is the #1 selling book of all time. Right? It's a fact. You can look it up. And Christianity has dominated for centuries. Can't be the truth. Can't be the truth. Go ahead, bro.
It says
People hate the truth. That's how you know the truth is. People hate the truth. People don't like the truth. People demonize the truth. Right? People come against the truth because it don't make them feel good. Right? Go ahead, bro.
verse 60, "Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them." Verse 61, "That there should not be such heaviness in their destruction as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation."
So the Lord said we're going to be more joyful once we get saved than what we were in this destitute state and sorrowfulness. So all we got to do is wait and hold on. But the point there was that the whole new man is to overcome this flesh, overcome the world. Right? Don't let your demons overcome you.
Probably Satan. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that is. He got it though.
He gonna clear it, yeah.
The whole point is to don't let your demons overcome you. Right? Because the glory of the world allows your demons to overcome you. Right? And that separates the righteous from the wicked. The righteous say, okay, I know I'm a sinner, I know I'm going to do wrong, but I'm not going to be consumed by my lust, I'm not going to be consumed by my demons, I'm not going to be consumed by the things that entice me. Right? I'm going to be able to abstain from the pleasures of the flesh, if need be. I'm going to be able to fast from the pleasures of the flesh, if need be. Right? I can go without Shade Room and Instagram. I can go without TikTok and all goddamn things. Distractions, vain things that aren't worth anything. Right? Those other nations don't give a fuck. Hey, China don't give a fuck about that shit. Korea don't give a fuck about that shit. Come to America, y'all got time to TikTok all goddamn thing. But see, it's about to come a time though when you're not gonna be able to do that. You ain't gonna have the time for that. You ain't gonna be consumed with that. You're gonna be consumed with getting bread in your mouth, water on your tongue. Right? What does the Lord say? He's about to bring more than famine.
That's right.
But before the famine of bread comes the famine of what? The word. Which means he's about to take the men that's been teaching these things off the highways and byways, and he's gonna take us off YouTube. Which YouTube has already been cracking down on us for the past couple of years, taking down our channels, making more restrictions, right? YouTube has become a pain in our butt already, but YouTube is going to be shut down. The whole internet is going to be taken off. And that's the day people are going to lose their mind, because people run their lives off the internet. Everybody love, and it's called, hey, the new system is ran off what? The Internet of Things. You know how you can back everything up on your phone to the cloud? They want you to be on the cloud. They want your whole being to be on the cloud. That's why they want to chip you. So your subconscious, everything that you think, everything that you do is put on the cloud, and they can track and trace and monitor. Right? That's what the whole social media thing was about. It's all CIA. It began even before MySpace. It was a site before MySpace. That was the first major social.
Right.
No, it was a different.
Oh,
It was some Edomite shit.
yeah, not
But that kicked
I
off
remember.
the whole social media shit. Then you had MySpace. Then you had what came after MySpace? Facebook, Twitter, all these things.
yeah, it was right?
It's a different one. It's a different. I forgot the name. It's a different one. It was like a real small one. But all those was early too. But all those were CIA operatives that was put out there, right? To monitor the people. You willingly gave them your information. Give me your name. Give me your number, location. You look at certain people's pictures. They got the location where they ate at, location where they at. You willingly gave the CIA the business. That's why when you online, sometimes you'll be on a site and the things that you looked at before just pop up advertising you. What the fuck? How you know I was looking at this hat?
Yeah.
It'll just the things you like will just pop up for you and be advertised to you. Well, because the AI has gotten smarter. It's learned to learn people. Okay, it's computer. It's learning. The AI, that's what AI is about. Artificial intelligence. The AI is getting smarter and smarter as the years go on. And everybody got their own profile that the AI is making. He like that, he like to go here, do that. You got everybody on file. And you willingly did it.
You helping them every time you look at the camera. Every time you look at your phone.
Yep.
Taking a snapshot.
Yep. That's why the elders told brothers to be careful on that social media shit, because that shit is gonna come back to bite a lot of Israelites in the ass. Because they're gonna come for you first. You know? All y'all that's on that damn shit, boasting and bragging, they coming for you first.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
You enemy of the state, man.
Yeah, especially the Hebrew Israelite Facebook page. Heavy on that.
You gotta be careful dealing with that shit, man. We
Names
behind
and
enemy
everything.
lines. You know, you gotta use wisdom, be circumspect when you're dealing with that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, bro. The book of Baruch. Even with these new phones, they got location services down there. On every fucking thing. Every time you download an app, you want to enable the location. Every time I click no. Every time I say no. Why you need to know my location? I don't never enable my location service unless I'm using like
That job is
unless I gotta use like a GPS or something. I gotta search. I'll say they have the option.
one time you got.
Use it while allow it while
Yeah.
you're using it. So as soon as I log up, that cut my location. But even then, you should go to your settings and check and see if that shit left over.
And another thing, I don't know, brothers got iPhones. Whenever you see that yellow dot lit, that means that you being recorded. There's a way to cut that stuff off too. There's in the right corner of the iPhone, there's a yellow dot that lights up. Whenever that lights up, like when we do our videos and we screen record it, you peep that yellow light on it, and whoever got it. If that's on and you ain't on your phone, that means they listening.
They've been updating all this technology for a reason.
That's what they bring
Keep
up.
out spying on you. Fucking, what's the bitch? Alexa. That bitch is
Yeah,
a
she
goddamn
was-
spy. She in the crib. You think she off? Alexa turn on.
She go, huh?
I ain't nigga. I'ma shut up. I ain't gonna turn her off. She listen to everything that's going on in the crib.
Yeah.
That bitch don't fucking. And they show you that in that movie Smart House, that old Disney movie.
Yeah.
When they put the kid, when the AI, she came to life. And she started putting everybody on lockdown. No, Billy, this is for your good. I'm locking you in your room, Billy. You're like, bitch, what the let me out my fucking room. This is for your own good. But the AI in humans, she thinks that's for your own good. Because she only thinking about the carnal shit, the computer shit. That shit is real, man. That's what society's about to come to. They got these robots. They about to unleash it. I seen the new clip. The robot was picking up boxes, jumping, moving. The shit can literally run up on you and grab you, man. Toss your ass, man. That's the society we moving into. Technocracy, that's what it's called. Technocracy, where everything's ran digital. And they want you to be part of it. To where you're just a mindless freak on a database. walking with the chip in, control, track, and monitor everything that you do, which you're already tracked and monitored, but they want it to perfection, right? So where they don't miss a thing. Because you can still kind of go under the table without the chip. You can still do things under the table. Like we're talking about, you can take off in those cases. So you throw the phone and dip. You can't, you know what I'm saying, do that with a chip. If it's in you, wherever you go, they know exactly where you at. That's why they want that. I remember a while back when I worked on the base, nigga that shot the base up, this nigga used to come in and talk to me all the time. Eat him like that weird. Shot, poke the nigga up on the base. Nigga, he was able to get off base and drive to V Beach from fucking Portsmouth. He was able to poke a nigga and stab a nigga on the base. And get the fuck out on the military. Get the fuck in his car and drive all the way to V Beach. How did they find him? Phone. We got the word. They was like, they found him, yo. This fucking nigga ain't throwing his phone away. But people ain't thinking the location tracking. All they had to do was get his phone, ping his phone. And people go everywhere with their phones. Everybody go everywhere with their phones, which means they always know where they are.
A lot of people that murder somebody, they get caught found guilty because their phones in that area.
They'll go to the last known area where your phone was, and let's say you dump the body off somewhere. He'll start searching that area. That's how they find a lot of
Like when you talk about the enable your location, they have a master location thing in your settings. You keep it on, click on it, and it'll let you know exactly where you at periodically through the day. You can see your timestamps. So say we be on 21st Street, it's gonna say 21st Street, it might say Vitamin Shop.
Yep. Bro, I can pull up on my map right now when I left the country. It'll show me on my map where I was, at what time, at what place in that country. Right now, it's recorded.
I got another one.
And that shit tricked me out. What the fuck?
You know, another way we not putting it, the memories. You know how Apple come up with the memories? Now, you know, I go back home, right? I'll just get a text. Share your memories. You were in this town, and it'll show the pictures I took. You were in this town on this day at this time. Then you was over here the next day. They put a little soft music, like elevator music.
Like years back.
Yeah, let's see, but it's all it is tracking where you at.
Same thing, same thing on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. Yeah. Memories and stuff like that. 12 years ago.
But that's what they believe though. Luciferian doctrine. They believe in the all-seeing eye. Like the all-seeing eyes see all, right? They call it Big Brother, where they can see every fucking body, even these cameras, these street cameras and all these. That's why I say it should be no fucking crimes. They allow crimes because they see everything that fucking go on. The CIA, even fucking you got the CIA base over there in Hampton, up in Hampton, stationed in Hampton. The CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency base headquarters is in Hampton. So you know they know us. We done been up in Richmond. We done been fucking, you know they know us.
DC.
CIA, they got all fucking pictures all up in that motherfucker.
Yep, agents and all that.
FBI.
Vocab probably made a stop in Hampton. Yeah. I got a report. Yeah, this what happened, such and such.
Yeah, they definitely got us. I can tell you that.
But it's all good.
It is what it is.
You hear them doing the fuck you gotta do.
That's what security says. It says what? Prepare thyself for temptation.
They're not him that can kill the body, but the body instinct.
You ain't got no sex tape to meet. Get ran by some dudes.
Yeah. That's true though,
You can do that with these celebrities. You can't do that with us. So there's only one thing you can do. Harm our flesh. That's all they can do. They can't buy us off. They can't bribe us. They can't defame us. Well, they can try. But the only thing they can resort to is harming our flesh. Because as of right now, where we stand, and I think I speak for every brother up here, we not taking that shit. You know? Lord willing, that spirit stays on us where we say we ain't taking it, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. If I drop dead right now, I'm not taking it.
Yeah, it's gonna get burned up. I'll tell you that.
Because you still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna die. If you get it, you gonna die. But you gonna die in a brutal fucking way. Imagine you got the chip and you gotta walk around with a mutual. You know what type of burned up mind you gonna be in? And it ain't no cutting it out, you damn idiot. That shit will become one with your flesh. you gonna be in tune with the beast system, and you might try to cut it out and die. And end up in the spirit realm, you know, like, no, maybe you took, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like
They
that.
might be, he might have it in you, and then you being recorded, and you something like, fuck that, I'm gonna take this shit out. You never know, they might press the button on you, and you bug out and just seize up. Yeah, you just seize up, and you out of there right then and there.
Do you know how much pain you gotta be to actually cut in your flesh and go
That's
out?
total control over you.
Yeah.
You
There's so much
let
pain.
this devil have total control over you by accepting that and they are. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you try to talk slow, you know.
Yeah, but that goes back to the law of the woman with rape, right? I'll make this quick point. Then I'm gonna let you. You got a question? I'm gonna let you get your question, right? So it goes back to the woman in Deuteronomy 22, right? When the unbetrothed woman, you know, when the betrothed woman is crying out, right? She don't get judged because she's crying out. The dude tried to rape her. He tried to rape her. Well, that's what we're saying right now. We're the bride of the Lord, so we're saying, help, Lord, get us. This nigga trying to penetrate us with the glory. We betrothed to your house. You can't come try to put your mouth with us, right? So according to the law, we're going to be found blameless if we continue to cry out. But for these niggas that don't cry out, that just sleep with us, let them get penetrated, get the Quran. What's the law? You got to be put together with that, bro. See how the Lord works? He's just.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, go ahead, bro. What's your question?
Oh shoot, my main question is when it comes to translation, I'm actually seeking to learn. I've done my research. The Holy Spirit has brought me.
Come a little closer to the call.
I'm saying the Holy Spirit has brought me to the point where I am actually looking more what was lied to me, you know, what was
So you familiar with
so translation.
you familiar with the Hebrew Israelite movement and all that?
Yeah.
So you coming towards the Israelite thing,
Right.
Okay, okay.
One thing that I know, I'm from Alabama.
Yeah, I got people that
We
do.
was told different. We was lied to. Up here, I went to a Christian school. Lied to about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is I want to find my, when it comes to scripture, what God said.
Well, we deal with the King James because it's the complete compiled version with the apocrypha in there. And it's backed up by the old documents. You know, now you have to do your own research to further, because I can't make you believe that the King James is the way, but it is the way. But you have to believe in your own mind. But I want to start off in Deuteronomy for the brother, basically with the curses. His main thing that Christianity did teach us was the curses. What do you understand? Yeah, you can understand it, like some of the main points and go down this. Because you had early Bibles, you had the Geneva Bible, but what King James did was he compiled the real scrolls that was written down by the prophets into one book. He had those scrolls and he said, okay, the manuscripts that were copied, he said, okay, I'm gonna compile all the prophets together in one book, right?
And King James version is that?
The King James version of that. Which he was, when you go into the history, you look him up, he was a so-called black man that was fighting so-called white people over there in Europe to get this book out. They didn't want him to produce this.
I was told King James was taken out.
Say that again?
I was told King James took out the books.
Who said that?
It's an Israelite I know. He's a guy named Hobby. Said when it comes to the King James version, right after that period, everything before was like more consistent than the King James version.
No.
The translation.
See, the reason why we deal with the King, you ever heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls? Like some of them old manuscripts, when you look at the Old Testament in the King James, it backs that up to the T. The books that you need are in here. Now, if he's saying like, I've heard like there's a book of Barnabas and all this other stuff, we don't deal with those other books. Book of Enoch, yeah, like those are not validated, you know what I'm saying? So if he's dealing with that, we don't deal with that, because it's not validated. And it's not in the Dead Sea Scrolls. That wasn't part of the Dead Sea Scrolls that was found. And the Dead Sea Scrolls was proven to be valid.
And how many books in the Bible King James version?
How many?
66.
But you got 13 in an apocrypha, right?
Yeah, with the apocrypha.
So 66 plus 13 was No,
What do you mean by the
79.
apocrypha?
The apocrypha that's in the
Might
King
be
James.
66.
Talk to me about
76.
that. What does it mean?
Well, it's called the apocrypha, but it's
79
like if,
Yeah, 79.
79.
like this King James book here. Who got the King James with the apocrypha?
You got one, don't you?
So like this brother has the King
Oh, yeah?
James. He has the full King James authorized version.
Okay.
Now you had a group of so-called white men that came together and took this out.
Right. That's the one that.
Yeah, so you can buy the apocrypha second.
Okay.
But when you read in the what is known as the Old Testament, you'll find out that it speaks about ancient kingdoms like Babylon, the Medo-Persian, the Greeks. But it doesn't have the Greeks without the apocrypha. It jumps straight to the Romans. So the history of the Greeks is in the apocrypha, but they took that out because it further exposes so-called white people and who they are in the scriptures. So when you read the Bible without the apocrypha, it'll say Babylon, Medo-Persian, then it'll jump to the time of so-called Jesus with the Romans. What happened to the Greeks? They took their whole history out for a reason. So it's a lot of good stuff that's in the apocrypha, which is part of the original King James scroll.
Damn, just did that.
Where would you find that at?
The apocrypha, just get the 1611 King James.
This one right here. You can get it off of Amazon.
Yeah.
It's 1611.
Just get the 1611. But if you not able to get the 1611, then you'll have to buy the apocrypha second. The apocrypha separate, which I think is only like $5, $8, something like that. It's not expensive.
But
They
make
got
sure.
the study Bible as well. The 1611 study Bible. That's a good one too. You got all like the maps and everything in it as well. A lot of precepts that match up with it.
Yeah, this is pretty expensive, but like these study Bibles are real good. This is another reason why we use the King James, because it backs up the Hebrew and the Greek to a T.
That's it.
I mean, you speak Hebrew?
We learned the
In the class?
the Paleo Hebrew. We're learning. We're not perfected in it, but
Yeah.
we're learning.
What
But the
was-
real Hebrew,
Where? When do y'all?
we're in our spare time. Because we learn from our teachers, you know, and the blueprint they gave us. We in our spare time learn the words, the enunciations, the vowels. That takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
That takes a lot
I
of time.
have a Hebrew Bible. It's translated in Greek.
Yeah, it's in they got the in the Syrian text. So
Yeah.
we go off of the paleo. So paleo means
Like
ancient.
the blue,
the
like,
earliest.
yeah, like the blue letter,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
blue letter. Yeah, like if you look at a lexicon in the blue letter, and you try to find a Hebrew word in the Old Testament, it's gonna give you the Assyrian letter. So what you'll have to do is, if you're familiar with the Paleo Hebrew, line up those Assyrian words with the Paleo Hebrew. And you'll get there. But that's a whole lot of we tend to get brothers rooted in doctrine first before you start jumping learning a whole new language. You know.
I read this precept.
Because if you don't believe it, it don't make no point in learning it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 16. It says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her made. For my mouth it have commanded, and the spirit it have gathered."
So we read it all. We take the whole book, New Testament and the Old Testament. We don't separate it. Because we found out that who they called Jesus, whose his Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Everything that he was saying was in the Old Testament. Right? He wasn't saying anything against the Old Testament, which is they try to say it's different, but he was saying the same exact thing when you actually read it and have the understanding. Everything the prophet said, he was saying the same exact thing. They even prophesied it in Isaiah. You know, so we read the whole book because that's what the word is. Christianity, like you said, Christianity loves to deal with what? New Testament. Right? But the whole laws and statutes of how to govern yourself is in what? The Old Testament. So if we take out the Old Testament, we don't even know not to kill ourselves, not to kill your brother, not to steal from your brother. If you take out the Old Testament. But that just shows you how foolish Christianity is. You have to eat the whole roll, old and new, to have full understanding. Now, let's get the curses. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and verse 7. It's what it says. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So the volume of the book starts right with the Messiah.
And to further prove that when he first came on the scene, he read out of the scroll of Isaiah.
That's right.
Right? So you gotta have without the Old Testament is actually more important than the New, in a way, because Yahweh Shai, he was in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
You know, you need that because he was the Passover lamb. Why is he known as the Passover lamb? What do we know about the Passover for? The deliverance of Egypt. The whole Ark of the Covenant, the tabernacle, the temple was based off what? The tabernacle, the first tabernacle with Moses. So that Old Testament is very instrumental to a lot of things Yahweh Shai did when he was on the scene. He was fulfilling the feast days, you know? But let's go ahead and get the question.
This is book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'll start at verse 14. If thou shalt not go aside from any of my...
Read what he said. If you
Okay, come.
he told him if you hear.
That's the next verse.
Yeah, this is the next verse. You want me to continue this verse?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and if thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Verse 15.
Yeah, because Christianity, the main thing Christianity didn't teach us was who we are and why we're the only nation without any type of power structure on the earth. Right? Now, when we actually got the true understanding of this Bible, and we read the story of the Israelites at Mount Sinai, what the Lord told them, look, if you don't adhere to what I'm telling you right now with this covenant, I'm going to punish you to some statutes. Right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh, thy power to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
We never heard that in the Christian church, that the Lord put curses on his people. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Verse 17. Cursed shalt thou be in thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
You pay taxes to the government, right? That enslaved you. That's being cursed in the city. Cursed in the field, that's labor, right? And we already know if you want to take it to the plantation, we was really out in the field working, right? Not getting no wages. Now you get some wages. In some cases, a lot of our people get minimum wage. What the hell is minimum wage? What the hell is a minimum? A man is supposed to get a just due wages according to the law. Every day. You're supposed to get paid after each day that you work. But under your oppressor's kingdom, your captor's kingdom, he pays you bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, with breadcrumbs. That's curses. Right? Now the people in the land of Israel today, what you'll find out is they're actually the ones that own the banking system that has these statutes on us, that has us in this monopoly race. But then they say that they're the people of the Lord. Well, the scripture said that this curse is on the people. That's one curse y'all don't fit. Because how are we going to be troubled in the city and in the field, but you own the city and the field? You can't be the people. Go ahead.
I'm going to jump to verse 20. It says, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Yeah, whatever we set our hand to, we didn't accomplish. That's why you see instances like Black Wall Street, and there was many Black Wall Streets. Right? You had places in North Carolina, Chicago, Detroit, New York, where Jake came together and built these so-called black communities that had their own banks, movie theaters, buses, taxis. What happened? The enemy was able to come in and destroy those cities. How? Because those curses, right? When till this day you have a Chinatown, not just in New York. You got a Chinatown in California. Why are they able to have Chinatown, but you wasn't able to have Black Wall Street? They're not under the curses you are, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, because of the wickedness of thy
let an
doings.
Israelite group right now, let's say 5,000 Israelites go build a community somewhere. They got their own bank, schools. Man, we so wouldn't allow that shit.
They shut that shit down.
That's why you haven't seen it yet. Why? Because we're under the curse. Christianity didn't teach us that. Go ahead.
It says, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me, the Lord shall make thee pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. verse 22.
Oh yeah, those pestilence. Like I said, what do they do when we're born? What, they drug us, you know, Ritalin and all that stuff. You know, I mean, they use medicines, antibiotics against us. You know, like the ski experiment right now with the potion right now. You know, who's that made for? That's made for our people, man. For what? For our destruction. You
Yeah,
know?
we didn't have no say in that.
Uh,
We couldn't tell them don't unleash the potion. Pfizer, don't unleash it. We don't want it. No, you had to take it. A lot of Jakes, especially in the military, they had to take it to keep their job. That's not a free person.
Yeah.
If you have to inject something in your body to keep your job, how are you free? That sounds like a slave to me. Either you take this or you lose your job, your way of survival. Christianity don't have the answer to that. But the truth does. The truth tells you you are under curses under your enemy, so you have to go to him for the want of all things. Right? Go ahead.
It says, the Lord Yahweh shall smite thee with consumption and with a fever and with inflammation.
And
And
inflammation, what is that? A lot of our people have what? High blood pressure,
diabetes.
cancer, especially down south. You say you from Alabama, my people from down south. A lot of my people suffer from that. Diabetes, high blood pressure, just from the diet. Right? It's very salty. They love that pork. Right? They love the pig. Right? Go ahead.
it says, and with a fever and with inflammation and with extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. I'm gonna jump down to verse 29.
AIDS,
Oh,
sexual
yeah,
diseases,
yeah.
all that gonorrhea, all that.
Yeah, you say extreme
Yeah,
burning.
burning,
That's,
yeah.
that's all those sexual transmitted diseases our people got.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 28, the Lord,
Which those were created too. Those were man-made diseases. All
Right.
these diseases are man-made.
Yeah.
All right. He unleashed these on people.
That's right.
When the Lord put us in the Garden of Eden, He didn't give us syphilis and gonorrhea. So-called white
all
man.
that
did
shit.
Yeah.
AIDS wasn't in the Garden of Eden. Go ahead.
Yeah.
it says, and thou shalt, verse 28, and the Lord shall smite
Yeah,
thee.
magnums and
Yeah.
magnums wasn't in the Garden. We
Yeah.
didn't need magnums.
Okay.
It says, verse 28, and the Lord
Yeah.
shall smite thee with madness and blindness and an astonishment of the heart. And thou shalt group at noondays as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt,
Let's talk about our people being confused. Our people gravitating to every different religion. You're
Yeah.
groping for something you can't find.
That's
You
right.
can't find what your help. How do we get out of this situation? Black Panthers, Black Power, Muslim, Christian.
Actually,
Help.
different
You groping in
cultures.
the dark.
See,
You seeking, you can't find.
Right.
The Lord got you glad. You don't know where your help is. I'm African. I'm timid.
Yeah.
I'm black.
Yeah.
Uncle Ruckus.
Kind.
You get down.
Fuck that. I'm off the tongue.
Samuel Jackson, what was his name? The Samuel Jackson that played Django, what's his name?
Yeah.
Django,
No, not yeah, oh, it's talking about the movie, Jeremiah. I'm talking about Samuel Jackson. What did he play? What's his name?
Yeah,
I forgot
he
what
was
you
an
said.
Uncle Ruckus type.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
it says, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoil evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Yeah, the Lord said no man gonna save you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Not Martin Luther King, not Malcolm X, not Muhammad Ali. Right? Not give me Nat Turner. Nat Turner knew he was an Israelite. He could he said, I'm an Israelite. I'm about to kill these motherfuckers.
When the serpent was loose. That's how you know.
But the scriptures tell us not to take vengeance on ourselves. So even though Nat was in the right spirit, he wasn't in the right spirit. So it led to his death.
That's right.
He was able to take some Edomites with him though, but he found out that wasn't the solution. Right?
It says, verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house.
You see that? You see that all over the
Music
place.
video.
Different nations of men with all women. All women choosing the other nation of men. If you ever lead a country, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've seen it firsthand. It's a whole bunch of old creepy ass Edomites in South America without women. They literally they take their money and they go to where our people are in the Caribbean, and they go deal with all that. You see it, she'll be 18, 19, This nigga 60, old Edomite. I asked chick, I was like, what the fuck? She was like, it's normal. It happens, it's just normal. So they got all women. Nasty as hell. But what can we do about it? When we supposed to have that nigga in chains, he's able to travel the country and deal with any woman he wants.
Yeah.
While our people are here working and toiling day in and day out for their bread. Can't just catch a flight the way they want to go. But if you leave these countries, I'm telling you, you're gonna see nothing but Edomites. I had one sitting next to me on the plane. He showed me his fucking girlfriend of all nations. That shit ain't. I was ready to take the whole plane down. We all going to the spirit realm. You know, but you have to sit there and take it. Why? Yeah. Because that's our punishment for disobeying our power.
Sure.
Right? We went into a covenant with it. And we said, okay, you chose us to be your royal people. Yeah. We're going to obey your law, statutes, and commandments. Yeah. But we didn't do that. So now we're in a period where we're still suffering the last burst of those curses. We're still suffering the latter end of those curses. Yeah. We're almost done, and we're still at the end of America. So we have to wait till America's destroyed, then we'll be delivered out of here, you know? But while we're in America, we're still under these curses, right?
It says, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
You see that all the time. You see that in the plantation we built Master's house, and you see that now. Mm-hmm. Hey, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, they build nothing but houses 24/7. It ain't for them. You go check and see where Issachar live, the Mexicans live. They live in the trailer parks, right? They live in apartments, packed too. It'd be like 10 of them in an apartment. And then they go, they wake up in the morning, clock in, and go build houses for Edomites with women. That's a curse, right? Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Basically, we're the labor force. We're not in charge. See, we're supposed to be in charge of the food industry. We're not supposed to just go in Aldi's and look on the shelf and grab this brand of food, which is owned by a so-called white family that's making money off of it. And you just got to eat it because that's just what they're on the shelf. No, you're supposed to be in control of that process. You're supposed to see the animals on the farm and see what's going on, so you know that it's real food. That you're managing the whole process, not it just comes to a city near you and you don't know where it came from. That's just all you know because it's been given to you from who? Your ruler, the so-called white man. Look at these name brand companies and see the families that own them. They're all so-called white people. They ain't Jakes. They're not the people on this side. These so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Y'all don't own anything. Most y'all own is a mom and pop diner that's getting taxed, can be taken out of business at any moment. If they bring another pandemic, y'all ain't gonna be able to stay afloat. That's the most Jake, or maybe it's a t-shirt company. But when it comes real power structure, real infrastructure, and institutions that run the world, all people don't have not one foothold in it. Whether it's the banking system, food system, military system, we're not in control of none of it. That's why you don't see us at these world meetings. Where was the Jakes at the Davos meeting, the World Economic Forum meeting? You know, you look at the people that created the injection juice, right? They're all so-called white people. But they told you so-called black people, they told you gotta take it. Then the dude, the owner of the shit, he didn't even take it. But he told you gotta take it. If that's not a slave, I don't know what is. Christianity don't have the answers for that. They gonna tell you
just pray to Jesus and take the juice. We don't know what's in it, but just pray to Jesus and take the juice.
The Lord said don't put that shit in you, man. For one, the Lord said make no incisions in your flesh, make no cuttings in your flesh. So that's against the law anyways. You're not supposed to be just stabbing yourself up with shit. Go ahead, bro. Christianity don't teach you that. Go ahead, bro.
Jumped around to verse 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long.
That's the slave trade. We were sold in auctioning blocks. Christianity teaches that. And even right now, there's a major problem in Native American communities up in Canada and a lot of reservations where the young women are being kidnapped and shipped to these European countries, bro.
Arizona.
Arizona, they're being shipped to these European countries. A lot of it's happening on a lot of these different reservations, man. It's a big thing, and I personally think a lot of the heads of these reservations are in cahoots with who's ever doing it. There's no way that women are just missing like that, and nobody within the inside circle has something to do with it.
Hey, that verse right there reminds me of the movie. Remember Blood Diamond?
Yeah.
Remember he went to the fence and he seen his daughter and his wife that he was looking for his son, I believe his son, and he was just started wailing, got on his knees and started wailing. That's that was happening like crazy, in them days,
I remember in Roots, Kizzy.
Yeah.
Kizzy was Kunta's daughter. Now Kunta was supposed to be a good boy now. Master love him, Master love his family. We don't touch Kizzy, we don't touch your wife. Kunta, you good. But all it took was one Edomite to come to the plantation one day and say, like Kizzy. And what the master of the plantation said, you like her?
I promised Kunta I wouldn't sell it on, man.
I like it. So he ended up giving Kizzy the money. And that's when Kunta said, I'm running big. Kunta said I wasn't gonna run no more. He said I wasn't gonna run, I wasn't gonna try to escape no more. He had his family. After that, Kunta said I'm out this bitch. But that's the curses though. Your children should be given to another people. Old ass, nasty ass Edomites laying with our women. And we had no say in that. They show you that in that movie with the butler. Well, David Banner was in the field with his son. And Mariah Carey played his wife. And the overseer came to the field. It was like, that was a routine thing. She knew what time it was. And the son looked at his daddy and said, Daddy, you ain't gonna do nothing? Then when Daddy tried to do something, what happened? Got his brains blown out.
I think that was in Arsenal in that tournament.
It was.
That was in that tournament as well.
The 12 years a slave. You remember doing that auction? You remember when Solomon was with the girl? Remember when they got captured, and then we had to go through the boat, and then they got auctioned, and then like I said, he was a so-called good slave master. Like I said, he wanted the whole family, but it was too expensive. So when the other dude came in, he said, I want the daughter, she was quote unquote biracial, but she was exotic. So so they sort of took a different play. Then the mother tried to said please take my family. And he said no, she too good. So she sold a different daughter, somebody else.
Yeah, they used to take the light skinned Jakes and put them in the house. But they was more so-called pleasant to look at. That was big down there in Haiti too, the Caribbean. They call them the mulattoes. Right? They used to call them the mulattoes, put them in the house.
It says, and there shall be no might in thy hand. Jump down to verse 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hast hearkened not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
That's why you had a lot of Negro spirituals during that time too. That was passed down. Go down Moses, swing low, sweet chariot. A lot of those songs that we was singing over here, the scriptures even tell you they required a song from us. Sing us one of them songs from Zion. We used to sing on the plantation. Kumbaya, which it has Yah at the end of it. The Most High's name is Yahweh. But even when you look at the Native Americans, a lot of their vowels and pronunciations is the That's the Hebrew, that's the ancient Hebrew. But Esau and so-called white men had to think they were saying a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. They were actually speaking Hebrew. And in that book, The Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, that this guy James did, he tells you how when he encountered the Native Americans, they actually said the Most High's name to him. He said he heard them say Yahweh in that book. He said they were saying Yahweh, Yahweh. They had to be around the fire with the incense. Right? That's the history he want to take away from us, man. But we come back to that. But now we speak this bastard English that they think is proper. English is the worst language on the planet. Caveman language. But we forced to speak it because it was put on us. We ain't no saying this shit. We was born into this bullshit. Right? You Hispanic tribes, y'all proud of that Spanish. Don't you know your forefathers was raped and slaughtered for you to speak that shit? You take pride in that, speaking that bullshit, man.
That hola, como está, muy bien.
They take pride in that shit, man. Go ahead, boy. We all speaking our oppressor's language. Go ahead.
It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So that's it's basically a sign showing that we're under these curses. You know, you got other Israelite camps or these so-called believers, you know, looking for a sign, looking for something to seek for. What a sign is right there, man. All you gotta do is look at the curses and you measure yourself upon those curses. If you fit in those, you an Israelite, man. The Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. It says, verse 47, because
Yeah, basically, if you don't fit these curses, you're not Israelite. Because the curses are an indicator of who they would be and where they would be in the last days. And there's a common similarity throughout the scriptures with the Israelites. Every major kingdom, heathen kingdom that ruled, who was the slaves under that kingdom? The Israelites. The Israelites were slaves under the Babylonians. They were slaves under the Persian and Medes. Oh, get that sound again, brother?
Syrians.
When you look at these ancient kingdoms, the Israelites were slaves in all these kingdoms. The Babylonian, the Medo-Persian, the Greeks, and the Romans. When the person you called Jesus came, whose name was Yahweh Shai, he came during the time of the Roman Empire. What was going on? The southern kingdom, which was known as Judea, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they were being oppressed by the Romans. Taxed heavily, beaten, raped, right? So when we fast forward today, under the European Union in America, wouldn't they be in captivity again? It's the common similarity. They made all these kingdoms great, right? The servitude of the Israelites is what made all these kingdoms great. Having them under servitude. Right? Right.
It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with the gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. And in want of all things, he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Yeah, start right there. Go to Google yoke of iron. Right? And it said we should go to the one of him for all things, your enemy. We got to go to him for loans. Right? We got to go to him to get an apartment. Right? You want a car, you got to go to his dealerships. Right? You got to drive his brand cars that he made. We don't control that. And that's the case, right? He said he's going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck. That's what you see. That's plain as day. You don't get more plain than that. Who had a yoke and iron put upon it? You so-called Negroes, Native American. Yeah, he's from.
Oh, okay.
I'm an anthropologist, man. Study human culture, you know.
Yeah, so you know who that fits.
It says
They damn sure don't fit those Israelis. But it will soon, though. Y'all don't know what it feel like to get a yoke of iron from it. I'm gonna do the motherfucker like, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Yeah. Where he had his brother, one of them had the mask on. You come to my, yeah, you come to my plant and one of them gonna have that big ass metal show on their shit.
The Iron Man.
It says, it shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Here comes the indicator. Go ahead.
From the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle.
The Lord said He's gonna bring a nation against us as swift as the eagle. What nation of people use the eagle as their emblem? Right. So-called white people. Yeah. Right? They did it as the Greeks. They did it as the Romans. And they came. See, when they was the Romans, they used to march in the war with the eagle.
Greeks as well.
Right? And the Greeks, they used to have the with the eagle on. Now you come to America, they had that. They prideful with the eagle. American flag.
That time if you kill it, you.
Yeah.
Got it on the back of the coin.
Tattoos and
Look at
everything.
us, eagle. Even when you look at the ancient Roman coins, it's the same as the American coins and the Greek coins.
A dollar.
See, they try to escape who they were, but see, the truth bring it out. Y'all motherfuckers ain't white. Y'all Edomites. The Eagles have landed.
Yeah.
And that's why Obadiah,
Yeah,
let's get
I
Obadiah.
got you
That's
right
why
here.
Obadiah called their ass up. Hey, whoever that brother is, Obadiah, I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
Brother, you went down in that book. That brother got down, bro. He got down in the spirit, man. Obadiah, all he needed was one book.
Yeah.
All he needed was one chapter.
You want me to get straight to the
Yeah,
point?
we're going to touch on that eagle. Start from verse 1.
Start from verse 1, jump down. Come on. This is Obadiah 1, and it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathens. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. And I'm going to jump down, and start at 3, and it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks.
Now that dwellers in the clefts of the rocks. Why? Because they used to dwell in the mountains and caves. Right? Before the Renaissance period, they were pushed up in the mountains while the Moors were ruling Europe. Right? Now, even today, they like to live high up, skyscrapers. Right? They love these tall buildings. You got an apartment on the 100th floor. Why? That's why when 9/11,
Long way down.
that's why when 9/11 happened, nigga was
everybody.
trapped.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, nigga, you got this tall ass building, you can't get down there. Now you in the elevator trying to fuck up and shit. You through? Cause y'all like that high up feeling, that mountain feeling. That's why they go mountain
You
climbing.
above everybody.
Yeah, they love mountain climbing. Motherfucker on a mountain.
And then when they get up top,
You know what I'm
Looking
saying?
down at the world.
look back down and look at me. I am God.
Hey, that's what it goes into though.
Even the little fake mountain climbing they be having indoors, they love that shit. They be indoors climbing mountains.
They get so proud on them, they don't even need no cable now. They record me. They jumping from one rock to
Yep. They love the mountains. So read that verse again.
Verse 3 again in Obadiah, it says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
His habitation is high. He like to live high up. Go ahead.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Though thou what?
though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
This dude loves the eagle.
Yep.
That's his. The Lord threw little hints in us for us to get.
Yeah.
That's how the Lord works with us.
Yeah.
He didn't have to say that. As the eagle, swift as the eagle. All right, brothers, I want to make sure y'all catch that. I'm trying to let y'all know who this nigga is.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
And though thou set thy nest among the
He
stars,
sets his nest among the stars. He's the only motherfucker want to put satellites all up there, build space stations. He sets his nest amongst the stars, and he'll lie and say that he's in outer space. No, the fuck he ain't. Right? Like I always say, you got 3 layers of space. All right? The exosphere, thermosphere, stratosphere. He's not able to get past the exosphere because the Van Allen belt blocks him in. The scriptures tell us that the Lord has made his boundaries that he cannot pass. Just like he can only go so far in the depths of the ocean, he can only go so far up in the space. He's not in the outer space. He don't know what the fuck the moon look like. The Lord set his boundaries. Everybody that's on earth is trapped on earth. The Lord put a boundary on us. None of us can leave earth until the Lord says you were able to leave earth. That's why he put the Van Allen though, that he trapped us here. You let the devil lie to you and say, yeah, I left earth. I'm the first one to do it. What the fuck you did, you fucking liar? And when you look up the layers of space, you can see they'll show you where they got their satellites at. I believe it's in the middle. But they'll have you think that they shit is up there with Pluto and Jupiter at. Get the fuck out of here, man. You don't know what those planets look like. You don't know what they for, and that's not their names. Pluto and those are Greek
Those
fucking
Greek,
names.
yeah,
They
yeah.
named those the planets there.
Yeah.
That's not the name the Lord gave those planets. Jupiter and Venus, all these Greek paganistic names, man. That's another sign this man is the devil. He names everything after him. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's name these days that. The Lord didn't say that.
Yeah.
The Lord said even the evening is the first day.
That's right.
Even the evening is the second day.
That's right.
Even the evening is the third day. I rested on the seventh. The Lord didn't say I rested on Sunday.
Saturday.
He said he rested on the seventh day. What's the seventh day? The seventh day could have been a Tuesday. We don't know. Right? Because what's the clock? The new moon. The moon.
That's right. That's right.
But the devil comes and say, well, I named this that. I'm going to name this month September. I'm going to name this month October. I'm going to name this month August, February.
Calendar was the moon.
That's right.
The Lord didn't say name the month that. He said a month is a month. Is this the first month? This is the second month. The devil comes and names stuff after him, man. So you got a lot of shit to pay for it, because you got everybody believing that this way is right, and you got everybody confused out here. What you got? Valentine's Day coming up?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
madness. That should not be promoted throughout a society, right? But he'll have you think, nah, that's good. It's good to simp for a woman. When you don't even know what the first thing it is to be a man. You ain't got time to simp for a woman when you are not even serving your power, huh? Buying a woman chocolates. How many times these men that's buying these women chocolates got on their knees to the Lord? How many days out of the week do they get on their knees for the Lord and ask for repentance and mercy? But you buying some woman that has slept with 50 different men some damn chocolates.
And two other men giving her chocolates too.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
on
yeah.
work. Oh no, they just gave that out of the job.
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
your work
yeah,
husband
yeah.
gave you that shit.
Yeah, you got to follow the rules.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here,
yeah.
man. If a woman ain't coming correct, she don't come at all. Man. We at the point now where we don't take these women seriously. And the elders always tell bros that don't take these women seriously. Cause they children. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. We can end it there if you want.
Now keep going.
Keep going. Count. Verse 5, it said, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? And that's a question, man. Ultimately, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to cut this man off, the physician, that's spoken about, that cut off a long disease.
That's why he said he's gonna come like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
He gonna come when you ain't expecting to eat. Since you think can't nobody bring you down. Go ahead.
It says, would they not
He
have...
gonna remove that barrier. He gonna remove that barrier on the earth. You gonna see them chairs coming through. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. They're gonna be knocking your satellites out of this shit. You couldn't wait to get this shit out the way.
See that on Independence Day.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, would not they have stolen till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee,
Not to mention Leviathan, we forget about Leviathan. Leviathan is sitting in the depths of the ocean waiting for the Lord to give the go ahead.
Chilling.
Because Leviathan can't move until Yahweh says, okay, come on.
That's right.
Right? He at the very bottom of the oceans. And not just one Leviathan.
Right.
It's many Leviathans.
And
The
the
Lord
devil,
said when he created certain creatures, he created a new moon. So they them Leviathans, they sleep at the bottom. They literally at the bottom of the ocean floor.
God.
With,
And that's like
with the
millions
deepest
of millions of
pressure
deaths.
that nobody can get to. And that's nobody has ever been able to get nowhere near to the depths of Leviathan.
That's right.
He in the darkness of the dark. Right? But that's the Lord, and the scripture says that's this creature that the Lord boasted.
That's it.
He's like, who can pierce his skin? Who can put a hook and catch him? The Lord loves Leviathan, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
And that's what we're seeing now. He's being exposed. His own people exposed him. Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Let's break this down. Let's get into, his own people calling him out. Because he is at the time of his exposure.
Yeah.
How they do Alex Jones now?
Yeah,
How much money he owes?
The nigga in court.
Hey man, he gotta pay like
Hey.
what, 60-something
Hey,
million or
after,
some shit.
after that court date, he came in mad as hell on the show. He said, just blow us all up. Get it over with. Just push the nukes. I bet you want them nukes.
Yeah,
when
he
you got
do,
paid
yeah.
$1 million.
Out of the millions.
You know?
I didn't even know he was that full up.
He not.
Yeah.
He ain't.
How they gonna,
He ain't.
Yeah, he goes.
Man, they made it so that he can't come.
Yeah, that nigga got there. That's why he doing a show every day now. Man. He got a new show every
Yeah, for real.
He got some
Selling
news to
more
bring up.
vitamins.
Yeah. Put them ads up there. Throw them ads on that video.
I thought it was
Soulboy
freedom of
vitamins.
speech. All he did was say shit. Now they gotta pay him. That's just weird.
Yup.
But I mean, they use guys like him and Andrew Tate to bring in further policies to come against what they call extremism. Because really, they want to get us, you know.
Yeah.
So they're using these guys to make policies on.
You see how they anti-Semitic, they this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Come. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
And that's what some of these other nations, right? That's coming to these world meetings, shaking his hand, but really they behind closed doors. They like, we gotta take this so-called white man out of power. These goops, these East Indians, they're like, yo, we gotta take this man out of power some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why ultimately in World War III, those nukes are gonna be shot. Because these other nations are vying for world power, and they'll be damned if they move to the digital currency system and still under servitude under the petrodollar. They ain't going for it. They're not gonna move to a new system and still be under America's dominance. So that's what's gonna lead to war. And then the other nations are gonna say, fuck it. You ain't about to have this one too. We gotta go, we'll go. Boom. Right? That's the times we're coming into. But see, the Lord has it to where he's going to be able to reserve certain areas on the earth and deliver his saints. Right? By what we know as UFOs, what they call UFOs, which are the chairs which have been here for centuries. People have seen them for centuries, man. You know? And we knew they wasn't green-eyed aliens, because if they were, we all would have been on another planet in chains on our neck serving us. They're the angels, man, surveying creation, monitoring creation. Like the scriptures tell us, they go to and fro throughout the earth. Right? Monitoring and dictating things. Go ahead.
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. It says, there is no understanding in him. Verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Yeah, that's what, see? Oh, because they'll have you say, oh,
Yeah, Esau just one dude.
well, the scriptures tell us, what is that, Genesis 36? It says Esau is Edom, right? Edom is what? Idol. That's his lineage. Esau is Jacob's brother. Esau is the so-called white man. Jacob is the so-called black man. Edom is his offspring, right? Go ahead.
It says,
Yeah, can you explain that what you mean?
Let's get.
I mean, I've read Negroes and Hebrews. I've read African Mother to Western Civilization. Talks about the 12 tribes and stuff. But that talks about the things before the Bible.
Yeah, let's get a.
Just curious, what are y'all doing?
25.
25.
I'm just curious what y'all were doing and stuff.
you can stand and listen if you want.
Yeah, you can just stand and listen. We answering his question right now.
This is
And get on where Rebecca inquired. You know, you get Romans. Yeah, what was it, 9?
Yeah, Romans 9, yeah. It's a lot.
Romans 9. Which speaks about the birth.
now this is Genesis 25 and let's start at.
And after you read that, look, we're going to get to where it's going to speak about Esau being
All right, enjoy your weekend, guys.
You got no patience.
Enjoy your weekend.
This is
So-called white man wants you to answer him right when he wants you to answer.
immediately.
Right?
Nah, this is Genesis 25 and 21. It says that and Isaac entreated of the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord,
Yeah, she wasn't able to have kids at that moment in time. Go ahead.
and the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so,
Yeah, both her children in her stomach was struggling together, meaning they were fighting, they were tussling. Why would the Lord put that there? Let us know that when these children come out, they're always going to be struggling and tussling. All right? That's why he let us know they were fighting in the womb. Go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 22, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
See, the Lord said 2 nations, both your sons that come out are going to be 2 separate nations. That's where they're fighting one another. One son is going to birth one nation, the other son is going to birth a whole different nation. The Lord can do it like that. He's the Most High. He's the creator of the spirits. It's easy for him to make one of the sons a different nation. That's life. If you don't believe in that, you just don't have faith. That's what the scriptures just said. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy vows.
It said 2 manner. When you go into that word manner, it means they're different. The things that they like. They like their food different. They like their music different. They like the way they clothes different. 2 manner of different people. Everything they do is different. They don't gel together. Right? They're meant to be separate. Right? That's what it's going to say. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
One brother, his people, his nation, they're going to be able to dominate everything that they do, whether it be physically or mentally. That's why when we look at our people, though we are the labor force, we're the strongest, smartest people to ever grace this planet. Right? That's why they use us as the entertainers. We're the best musicians. We created every genre of music, whether it's rock and roll, whether it's jazz, any genre of music we create, right? We look at sports. We dominate every major sports that we go into, right? Even hockey. We got Jakes in hockey that they don't want to put on the forefront. That's how they kicking ass, right? Inventions. We created every major invention that runs society, right? One people shall be stronger than the other. Go ahead.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. Now, that's another key point. The Lord said, whichever son comes out first, his nation is going to serve the younger brother's nation, right, in the future. The elder shall serve the younger. Everything that's being said in this verse, every little thing from the struggling to every little detail, it matters in the present day. That's why you have to hit every point. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment.
The elder, the one that's going to serve the youngest brother, right? He came out red, right? Who's the red people on the earth? They call themselves rednecks. When you see a so-called white baby born, when he come out the womb, he red as hell, right? Because all the blood he just came out of his mama, body. So the blood is all rushing through his body. You see, he's a red baby. It's all images of Edomite babies on the internet, red, right? They get sunburned, they turn red. They get nervous, they get rosy cheeks, red. They're the only red people on the earth.
They're not white.
They're not white, so they're the only people that can be Esau. Read that verse again.
Verse 20.
Because every other nation has what?
Melanin.
Whether they're the East Indians, right? Whether they're the Ishmaelites, the so-called Muslims, the Arabs, even the Goops have form of melanin, right? They're the only people on the earth that lack melanin. That's why the blood shows forth out of their skin and makes them red people. So they're the only people that can be Esau. Wasted away, which is what Esau means in the Hebrew, Ashashua, which means wasted away, his pigment is gone. That's why it said that the first came out red. Notice when the next one comes out, it's not going to say what he looked like because he looked like everybody else. He was dark skinned. There was no need to describe his face. But the first one, we need to describe this nigga because he looked different. And when Rebecca saw him, she looked like, what the fuck? That's why when you read further, she helps trick him out of the blessing because she didn't like him. because he looked weird, he didn't have pigment,
That's
and
what
she
she
knew he
said.
was off. Right? And that's the so-called white man this day. Go ahead.
Verse
The
25.
Lord set it up that way. And to this day, we're struggling just like we were struggling in the womb.
That's right.
How long has we been fighting the so-called white man? Forever. It goes back to the womb. We don't mesh together.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy
They
garment.
hairy as hell too. Right? Even though that's talking about when you go into the dyeing of the lamb's garment, right, dipping it in the blood, they also are hairy people. Right? Without all that Gillette shaving cream, if they let their shit grow, they're very hairy people. You know? Go ahead.
Like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Yep.
And after that came
That's why they call his name Esau.
Yep.
Because he lacked pigment.
Yep.
The names have meanings. So when somebody try to tell you, oh, the Arabs are Edom, that's bullshit. Because they're not red. Right? And they don't have the same characteristics that Edom had. That's why I'm gonna get the brother to read it. Right? And also Edom controls the last kingdom, like we was reading there earlier. The Greeks, the Romans, the Americans, right? Europe, that eagle. Who does that fit? So boy, right? Go ahead.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Wait a minute, you didn't tell us how Jacob looked though. We don't need to know how he looked, because he looked like everybody else. Go ahead.
And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
He was a cunning hunter. That's another characteristic. Go on Google Images, pull up hunters. Brother, do that for me real quick. Yeah, the brother just go to Google Images and pull up hunters, and see who come up. There's gonna be hundreds of images of so-called white people. Because he's a cunning hunter. He likes to hunt elephants. He likes to hunt deers. Did it pop up?
It's a bunch of earmuffs.
You ain't gonna see no niggas. You got, of course, you have sprinkles in between everywhere, but the majority of so-called white people
Yeah, for sport, not for.
posing with it, posing next to the animals that they shot.
Right.
Go in the store, get a hunting magazine. Who you gonna see? You gonna see Esau. These are characteristics to let you know who Esau is. So if somebody try to tell you Esau is the so-called white man, they gotta break this down correctly. Because the Lord has given us the characteristics of him right here. Let us know who he is. That's why he's telling us this. So we'll be able to identify this nigga in the last days.
They know who they are. Yeah.
They know who they are. Right? Go ahead.
And Jacob,
Because when you go into the Rothschilds, right, it goes back to that term they had over there in Europe, red shield,
Right.
which means red child. Right? They knew they were the red child, the Rothschilds. Go ahead.
27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Yeah.
Rebecca, your mama gonna love who she love, right? And one thing about Jake, mama's boys. Tupac made it dear mama. Boys and men, mama. It's all about mama, because that's just how it is with Jake. But Esau ain't no mama's boy.
Right.
Esau, fuck you, mama, fuck you.
Yeah.
He don't respect his parents at all.
Yeah.
You know? That's the characteristics of Esau, right?
Yeah, if I may, it tells you in the scriptures the soul that's lifted up in him is not upright. You know, if you go
Matter of
back,
fact, get that in Habakkuk.
Con.
You gotta get that in Habakkuk too. If we on this nigga.
If you go into that word for plain for Jacob, it goes into being upright. You know, so that's why to this day we still have that scrimmage amongst each other where we constantly battling, because he's not upright, and our spirit is meant for us to be upright. You know.
So basically, you're looking at the Lord's movie with his protagonist, his
That's it.
antagonist.
That's it.
This is the whole movie that he had. And you're looking at a kingdom, a wicked kingdom ruled by the evil guy that he put in the movie. That's just how the Lord set it up. You know, we can't, and that's why I got the brother home with Romans, because you'll have people question, well, why this, why that, why this? Let's get it.
This book of Romans chapter 9, and I start at verse 9.
And this is Paul about to back up what we just read in Genesis. You can only do the Old Testament, or you can only do the New Testament. Well, Paul is about to quote what we just read in Genesis. Go ahead.
It says, for this is the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. Verse 11, for the children being not yet born,
Paul said, before they were even born, go ahead.
Neither having done any good or evil,
before either one of them did good or evil, go ahead.
That the purpose of Yahweh, according to election, might stand.
The Most High just does what he wants. Sure. He said he creates a spirit and said, I'm gonna make you evil, I'm gonna make you righteous. Now go play it out. Yeah. He sits on his throne and watches. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's not for us to say, well, that ain't right. You were created. You ain't the creator. You play your role in the movie, or you're gonna get judged. Go ahead.
It says, not of works, but of him that calleth.
It's not of works. Neither one of them could have did anything to change their outcome. Most High wanted it to be that way, so it is that way. You don't have melanin because the Most High didn't want you to have melanin. You're the only nation on earth without pigment. Most High didn't want you to have pigment. We had no say in that. There's nothing we can do right now to give these so-called white people pigment. We ain't got the answers. You try doing it, the Most High put your ass to death.
It says, it was said unto her, the elect, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written.
And that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for that prophecy to hit. Because right now, what did it read? Jacob had his hand on his heel. Right? Matter of fact, brother, give me that in the park for real quick.
6 and 9, second 6 and 9. I got you right here.
Go ahead.
It says,
Yeah, 6 and 9.
Yeah, because there's a lot of meat up here. Second Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world. And
Esau is the end of the world, right? You have different worlds, but the world that it's talking about there is age, eon in the Greek. Yeah. The end of Esau's age is what we're fastly approaching, right? Go ahead.
It says, for Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning that followeth.
Right, Jacob is next, the 12 tribes of Israel, the kingdom of heaven. After Esau, his brother's done ruling. Once his brother Esau is taken down, then Jacob's kingdom is going to come. Go ahead.
It says, verse 10, the hand of man is betwixt the hill and the hand. Other questions Ezra asked you not, because as it was Ezra, he was acquiring, when the kingdom was going to be established, so the Lord was showing him, hey, look, Esau is going to be the end, so when that it was showing that, because when he read it in Genesis, when Jacob held the hill to Esau, that's Jacob pulling down that power structure of Esau Edom, through Yahweh Shah,
which is what you're seeing now. That's right. With the prophets out on the highways and byways, the Israelites rising up to their nationality in the last days, as it was spoken to happen in the book of Ezekiel. The Lord told us in the last days of Esau's kingdom, we would come back to our nationality of being Israelites. That's it. That's the major sign that this man is out of here. Because go back 30, 40, 50 years ago, we didn't know who the fuck we were. Right? When Martin Luther King was marching, they didn't know what the fuck with it. Yeah. We shall overcome. They didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah. But now we're in a time where we know who the devil is, and we know who Jacob is, and we know who our power is, and we know who our Savior is. Right? Go ahead, back to Romans.
It says, Romans chapter 9 and verse 12, and it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
The Lord said he loved Jacob, and he hated Esau. God don't hate. Read it again.
It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
The Lord created Esau to hate him.
That's right. That's right.
Now, are you able to understand that and accept it? That's on you. Because we just read the scripture. Yeah. So for anybody that could, God don't hate. They run up the street. Well, that's on you. You don't accept it. But the scripture is the scripture. Right? We just say the word Yahweh said that we Jacob. Every day I wake up, I can be mad at the world all I want, but I can be happy as hell that I'm Jacob. Ain't no damn Edomite. Right? You look in the mirror and you say, I'm Jacob. I could have been a goop. I could have been a so-called white man without pigment, waiting to go into slavery because their time is next.
That's right.
See, we already did the plantation. We ain't going back there. Their ass is next though. And the Lord gonna be here when they ass is slavery, so it's gonna be way worse. So we wake up and we say, "For what y'all about to not?" And we love ourselves, so they tell us to hate ourselves. We got the best hair on the earth. Curly. You put that oil in there, we soft. You know what I'm saying? They hair is dry, brittle, flaky. But they taught you that you had the wrong course of hair when the creator of hair gave you that hair.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the right kind of hair.
Right.
And all women, they gonna get their hair and they can't go. And you're gonna see what wool look like in length when it's down to their feet. You're gonna see how beautiful wool is. It's the reason sheep have woolly hair. We're liking that sheep. We're known as the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yeah, if I may add, the whole world, the world doesn't know that everything this man looks like is contrary to what the Lord sees as beauty, you know? Because in the scriptures it tells you if you have a thin yellow hair, it's a curse, you know?
They call it leprosy of the scalp.
Of the scalp. That's right.
If you have blonde hair. They never brought that on to Christianity.
Yeah.
All these so-called white pastors bring out the law in the Deuteronomy, Leviticus, where it says if you have blonde hair, it's leprosy of the scalp. And leprosy, period, is when you get, when Moses did it, when he went to Pharaoh and he put his hand in his cloak and he took his hand out, it said his hand became leprous, white as snow. Well, in order for his hand to appear white, his flesh had to be dark. Because if it was a so-called white man, it wouldn't appear white.
That's right.
And he's already pale.
That's right.
So that's a cut right there. And they didn't put that in the 12 Commandments movie, the one with Charleston Heston. All they did was show the snakes. They didn't, when he did the staff with the snakes, they didn't do the cloak part because they couldn't. They fucking hypocrites.
Yep.
And when they do, because I seen the old Ben-Hur, they show leprosy as like boils. They try to make it boils. But that's not what leprosy is, because they said leprosy is white as snow. And when Miriam got cursed with leprosy, it says she became white.
Yeah, they try to make it seem like leper, you gotta stay away from them, they contagious.
Yeah, that's not a leper. Yeah, they say that's a leper. That's a leper. No, a leper.
They be covered up, hooded up.
A leper is you, motherfucker.
That's right.
Because you have unclean lepers and you have clean lepers. An unclean leper is someone that has spots. A brother pulled me up that model.
I forget
what's
her
her name? Willow.
Yeah, the one that Wiz was rocking.
Yeah, pull up. What's
the name of that disease?
Vitiligo.
The vitiligo model.
What's his?
Not Will Smith. The model. Put in the vitiligo model. I think her name either Whitney.
Widow. He said widow.
No.
Will is Willow.
No.
Widow.
No, that's Will Smith's daughter.
Vitiligo model. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, pull her up. Oh no, do the one with the body. That's a perfect one. Now this is an unclean leper, right? In all law, this is an unclean leper. Because it's spotted all on her. But if her whole body was like that, then she would be considered a clean leper. Because she's fully like that. The so-called white man is a clean leper, basically. Because he's fully like that. He doesn't have no brown skin on him at all. Right? That's in the law. Something they do not teach in none of these Christian institutions. Right? That was a good point, but I'm glad you brought that up. The leprosy of the scalp. Because they be forgetting about that. Go ahead, brother.
Romans chapter.
And their hair attracts lice, like actual bugs and shit. So that show you that hair ain't the way to go. And you finna see how bad their hair can get when they don't have that shampoo and all that shit.
Yeah.
Us, we put some water in us, we good. With a whole group.
It's like a plant, pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
Yeah, because you have these people out here that say that's God is wrong. He's unfair then. But the Lord said, no, I'm not. I will have mercy on who I will have mercy. Right? It's just like you when you was a kid, you had your G.I. Joes. I remember I used to play with G.I. Joes. When the kids used to actually play with action figures, I would use one as a villain and one is the hero. And I'll be outside and I'll throw the villain fucking all the way down. And got that nigga couldn't help it. He had no saying this shit. Nigga, why me? Nigga, I'm running the show. But that's how the Lord set it up. Or you remember the little green army soldiers? I had a whole chest of them shits, and I would set them across the room, little army shits, and you would set up a whole battle. And you would knock over certain ones. You in control of it. That's how the Most High views us. The scriptures say the earth is his footstool. Right? He looks at us as like, come on, man. Lower than that. It's like, come on, man. So who are you to question his ways? For one, how can you even begin to think of what he's doing or try to comprehend what he's doing when you can't even remember the meal you had last night?
Christ says you fearfully and wonderfully made. Right?
Say that again, brother.
Scripture says you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah. You're supposed to be in immense fear of him and respect and just being on him. You know, at the end of the day, you're not supposed to question your maker. You're supposed to be grateful of who you are. Right? And grateful that you have another day to be better for him. You know? Go ahead, bro. It's the water that he gave us back our heritage. He was a power of his world. He didn't leave us destitute out here thinking that we was black, a Crayola color. Right? He gave us back our nationality like he said he would do. That's a just power. That's a power you want to serve to the death. Because he didn't leave you hanging. So what the so-called white man ruling right now in the flesh? This is temple. You know how many kingdoms ruled before and not here right now? You look at the Ethiopians, the Sudanese. They were the ancient Egyptians, royalty at one point. Decked out in gold, jewels, makeup, looked totally different. You see what the Lord did to them? You wouldn't even be able to tell they had a whole empire, man. The Lord, the scriptures tell us in Psalm chapter 75, the Lord set up one nation and he bring down another. When it's time for one nation to rule, he puts down the other. That's right. You won't even be able to tell that they were empires. Right? The Iranians, they want to get back to being the Persians. They ain't never coming back. You had your time. The Lord put you down, he set you up when it's your time. That's right. Right now, we look raggedy. You wait till the Lord glorify us and give us our kingdom and see what we look like. The same way he made cave beasts. He put these cave beasts in these suits and these ties. Yeah. Watch what he do to his children. That's why he gonna make us immortals. He gonna change us into gods. Because that's the inheritance for his sons. He saved that for the children of Jacob. He's not gonna give that to no other nation on the earth. Only to Jacob gets immortality. So they look at us now as if we're nothing, but that's cool. That's all right. We ain't supposed to be looked at as something good. It's not our king. Most importantly, it's not our Lord's kingdom. He's waiting to come back and get his kingdom, but he has to wait for the Father's go-ahead. Right? Okay, now we're going to take down Eve. Go ahead, Yahushua. Lead the platoon of chariots and go get him. And Yahushua is not going to play in that day at all. The scriptures tell you how he's coming back. Garment drenched in blood. First one, he going to be in front of all us with his sword, man. Conquering and devouring. Go ahead, bro.
It says Romans chapter 9 and verse 11.
King David too. King David coming back. Right? Reincarnation. Spirits don't die. That's right. You just get put in another vessel. Spirits, they don't die. It goes back to the Creator till he's ready to put you in a new vessel, right? That's why you experience things like deja vu. You know, I did something like this before. Right. I may not have been in this exact place, but something like this I've done before. I just feel it. Because we've all been here numerous times before. Right? That's why the Lord tells you death is really not a thing. You really just sleep. When a person's flesh dies, the body becomes cold. It's because the spirit that kept it warm is gone. Right? But the spirit will come right back down in a new vessel whenever the Lord wants it to. That's why he said, don't be marveling at death as if it's something so big. Anybody that you lost on this side, you're going to see them again in the And the best part about it is they're going to be righteous and you're going to be righteous. They're going to be in their right mind and you're going to be in your right mind. Right? You want to stay here in the flesh and be corrupted by the devil. Deal with bills. I'll tell you right now, anybody that passed away that's an Israelite, they happy as hell right now. That they ain't on this earth. They at rest, they
Yep,
at
yep,
peace,
yep,
and
yep.
they ain't got to deal with the shit we got to deal with in the flesh.
Yep.
They do not. If you say, hey, you want to come back down and be with me? No, the hell I ain't. They'll tell you that. No, the fuck I ain't. You at peace when you with the Lord. The scriptures tell you that. The scriptures tell you everyone that dies at rest. You ain't dealing with none of the troubles of the flesh.
I got that for you real quick if you want it.
Go ahead.
It says, it's Job, the 3rd chapter. and it says-
Even what's his name was like Saul. Saul, wicked ass, was a wicked ass nigga. And they called him back. They said, "Why the hell you wake me up?"
Yeah, Saul conjured up
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel, the prophet Samuel, the water. He called him because Samuel was resting. He was done with the flesh. He said, "I did my time. I did my work." That's the spirit is at peace. That's something you don't have in the flesh, right? Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna just get straight to the point.
Even Paul, when Paul was kind of, he wanted to get put down back there. Paul wanted to stay up there. He said, "Man, what I see, show. I wanna come back down here with y'all ass." You know? Yeah. That's why I say, if you ain't doing the will of Yahweh, if you doing the will of the Lord, your life is vain. All you doing is, okay, you eating Burger King and you working a 9 to 5 and you watching Netflix. That's a vain life. Before you know it, 5 years done passed and you doing the same shit, working the same job, watching the same shows, eating the same food. Come on, man. You ain't building nothing, you ain't leaving no legacy. Most importantly, you ain't serving your power.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna just get straight to the point. But this is Job, you know, when he was going through his tribulation that the Lord had allowed him to be put through. You know, he was talking about the being next to the Heavenly Father and how you are at rest, but you know you're gonna have trouble in this flesh. But just one quick verse, it's Job 3:17. It says there the wicked cease from troubling, and that's talking about being next to the Heavenly Father or being in the spiritual realm, you know, away out of the flesh. It says, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. You know, and even the oppressor, he know what time it is. You know, when he in his outside of this flesh, being next to the Heavenly Father. Even Esau know. Hey, what was that one account where that nurse had that old Edomite? You know, she was and that Edomite was saying, "Yeah, man, everything I've learned on this earth, I was completely wrong. You know, you guys are the true people. You know, and we're meant to be servants under you."
She had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to that next realm, it'd be a whole different thing, a whole
Yeah.
different story.
That's right.
You know, but like the brother just read
That's
there,
it,
you
man.
don't have the cares of this life, you don't have the cares of this world.
Yeah.
Everything here brings you trouble.
Yep.
If you ain't got family problems, you got work problems. If you ain't got work problems, you got mental problems. You got all type of fucking problems.
That was it on that.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
It's Romans chapter 9 and verse 4.
It's like basically when a person dies, you know how when you sleep, you get that good sleep. I mean, like that real good sleep. You got that loud cock. You got that slide, you out. You just sunk in the pillow around your ear. That's basically what death is. Actually, you in that deep sleep that's just sound knocked out. That's why the Lord said when He woke the little girl up, He said she's asleep. Get up. And she poked up.
Yep.
He put the spirit back in. That's all. That's what death is. But the only thing people don't like about death is the painful part of the flesh. Right?
Romans 9 and verse 14. It says, "What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy."
That's why we even tell brothers that do this, even though we're out here doing this, that don't mean the Lord has to choose us. That's why we're supposed to wake up with fear every day. Right? Because the Lord don't have to choose. You don't have to choose me, you don't have to choose nothing. Just because, well, Lord, I serve you. I didn't. He can say, well, I don't want you. And I will have to accept it. Because I'm not the creator. I'm the creation. You know? And it's going to be men in that day. The scriptures tell us it's going to be men in that day. Not I prophesy in your name. And He's going to say, get away from me, I never. So you're supposed to be waking with fear, or you wake up with, Lord, please help me, show me your way. You know what I'm saying? You don't just come out here and be
prideful. Yeah, I teach the Bible. Yeah, I'm the man. Look at me. Yeah. You're gonna tell me something. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Then your ass get a mute right along with a fucking faggot. You get the same instruction as a homosexual. That's what's gonna happen to a lot of these prideful jakes, man. Because it ain't about you, right? It's about the body being built. It's about the glorification of Yahweh Shai. It ain't about you. You've been given this gift to help your brothers and sisters come back to their heritage, right? You ain't been given this gift to glorify yourself. The fuck? Quickly as it's been given, it can be taken away.
That's right.
You've been given understanding to teach the brothers and sisters that are willing to hear. But you got certain guys that take it and want, hey, I'm about to build my organization. Look at me. I'm high priest, chief. Look at my t-shirt. It ain't about you, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, verse 17, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he made mercy on
What did he just say? My power should be shown in you, so his name can be declared. That's what it's about. Yeah, about us. Even when we get decked out, even when we get the kingdom and we get our thrones and our palaces, and we get all the women our heart can desire, that ain't for us. That's for the glory of our Father. Because when we look good, he look good. So you may think, yeah, I'm getting glorified. Yeah, you get glorified so we can glorify your Father. Because he chose us at the end of the day.
The scriptures tell you we still gonna worship him day and night, even in the kingdom. So even in that time, we still gonna realize and completely understand that reverence is given to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Even as gods. We're going to be gods, bow down. Even more, we can't even die, but we still going to bow down. Because the right spirit will be in us. Now, if we was niggas and we was immortals,
Like I got to bow down for. I can't die.
Yeah, man. That's why the spirit, that's why the spirit got to be renewed.
That's right.
Can you imagine you had a whole bunch of niggas that was immortal? Bro, it'd be a mess. Go ahead, bro. You better wrap it up soon.
It says,
You're gonna have almost 4 hours.
verse 18, therefore he have mercy on whom he will have mercy, on whom he will, he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Verse 20, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Yeah, to the thing formed, say to the person that formed it, the power that formed it, why you made me this way? Right? Even people that have handicaps, deformities, the Lord made you that way for whatever reason. Maybe you did something in your past life. Maybe it's something your parents did in their past life. You didn't like, or maybe he just wanted to have you born. That's not for you to question. We got brothers in this faith that are handicapped. We got brothers in this faith with deformities. You know what those brothers did? Accepted their lot and they serving their power. Right? They're not making excuses. They're not trying to curse their Lord. But you have these wicked ass people out here in the world saying,
God did this to me, so I don't like God.
well, that's on you. But we all gonna have to meet our maker.
That's right.
And I want you to say the same thing you're saying to me, to him.
Keep that in.
And you ain't gonna be able to say it. Because it'll be funny, you get up there and he starts showing you all your past incarnations. When you was able-bodied, when you was a complete nigga. He said, well, I had you born handicapped in this life, but look at all these lives I gave you when you wasn't handicapped. Look at all this shit. Then you be up there with the bug eye, like, you know? That's why you don't question what your Lord does. You just accept it. All you can do is accept it at the end of the day. You can't change shit. All you can do is rebel, and rebellion leads to death. Right? Now everybody's gonna die except for the few elect men that's not gonna die, because you do have men right now on this earth that are not gonna taste death. The scriptures tell us that.
That's right.
Right? But majority of people die. Right? But that's okay. The Lord got you at the end of the day. Right? You have a righteous death and you have a wicked death. What you want to partake in is a righteous death if you have to die. Right? Because when you have a righteous death, you have gain on the other side. That's why when the elect that do have to die, what happens to them?
Come in first.
They coming right back with the Lord in the church. when the wicked down, what's gonna happen? They gotta stay up there in the spirit realm while the kingdom is being built. Thousand years may go by and you still ain't been back on earth yet. Because you was a wicked nigga over here in America. So you have Jason say, well, I'm an Israelite, I'm gonna be in the kingdom anyways. Well, you don't know how long the Lord will keep you in the spirit realm. You may be a brother's great grandchild in the kingdom. You done missed all type of shit. I want to be part of the first fruits. I want to come down out the chariot and go to Europe, go to India, and get these people in chains and gather these people up, watch them take up all this concrete and take these buildings down. Right? I want to watch them laying them gold bricks in the kingdom. I want to watch them do the work. I don't want to be in the spirit realm while the kingdom's getting built. I want to partake in that. And that's the blessing of the first fruits. They get to partake in the rulership with Yahushua when he comes back. They get to come with him and reign on. I want to see the looks on these people's faces that was ruling this earth in wickedness. I don't want to come back as a kid again. I don't want to do that. I'm ready to live as a man. That's the blessing of the first fruits, right? And we close to those because these prophecies are going to happen fast. Well, especially once that Karagma gets instituted, things are going. You already see how fast the days are going now. The Lord is speeding up time, man. We had to do this thing. February of 2023.
Already said the doomsday clock or something?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they
90.
said the doomsday clock
Yeah,
at 96.
90, yeah.
Which that clock, that's like that's something the elites got just to show you how close they are to bringing hell. Because what they have in their mind is they're going to bring the destruction, but they're going to somehow control it.
Yeah,
But the Lord got them in the trick bag. He's going to have it to where they lose the grip of it.
that's right.
Because they are his sword. The scriptures tell us that the wicked is his sword. He's using the so-called white man to use his destruction, but that has gone to the so-called white man's head. He thinks he's in full control. That's why the brother read, that pride of thine heart hath deceived. So he's going to bring these natural disasters, this cyber attack.
Right.
The light's going to get cut off. He's going to bring these orchestrated famines. Right? He's going to think he's in full control, but the Lord got his number. You know? So that doomsday clock is them telling us, yeah, we coming.
Moving.
That's basically what it's set for. Because they don't know the day the nukes are going to get shut off. Only the Lord knows that. But that's their sign of showing us, yeah, we about to break shit. Go ahead.
Romans 9 and verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Verse 22. What of Yahweh willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
So that's why we're still in this predicament, because the Lord wants the so-called white man to do as much wickedness as he can, so it can pile up and the Lord can be justified in the judgment he's going to give. Remember, we serve a just power. That's right. Now the Lord really wants to fuck Eve up, like fuck him up bad. So he's not just going to shoot nukes on him. The slavery that he going to have in the kingdom, ain't no words for it. But he's done enough to receive it. But the Lord allowed him to do it. That's why he said, I'll let him do it. I'm suffering. Let him do it. Because I need him to do it. So when I give my sons the kingdom, I'm justified in letting them do what they about to do to you, boy. Everything we gonna do to you is justified, bro.
That's right.
Everything. And you keep going too, nigga. You ain't stopping. Nigga, keep going. Transhumanism.
Right.
Want to change us half human, half robots. A man could be a woman could be a man. He just keep going. He ain't stopping. So good for E. Let's give E a round of applause and give him a job. Because he's doing his job.
Yep. Great job. Did a great
Hurry
job.
it up. Go ahead, brother. Just the fucking button.
Yeah.
Verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
See, that's us, brothers. That's Jacob.
That's right.
That's Jacob. So the Lord is going to remove that barrier. We're going to be able to go to different planets, different galaxies. That's reserved for his children. Right? The so-called white man can't do that. It's not for him. If he do happen to get taken to another planet, it's going to be in chains. A brother may say, I need my slave with you know? But the scriptures tell you in my father's house are what? Many mansions. What is the Lord's house? If the earth is his footstool, what is his house?
Yeah. It's that.
He said, in my father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you.
Yep.
So where I go, you can be with me. And we already see how big them chariots can get. They are planted themselves.
Yeah.
So we about to inherit some great things, brothers. That's why the scriptures tell us, you know, this brother like that scripture, the sufferings of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory that we're going to receive.
That's right.
It only feels hard because we're in the flesh. We weak. We like, what? We still here. But the Lord is like, what I got for y'all, trust me, y'all ain't going to remember. First day in the kingdom, you ain't going to remember slavery.
Yeah.
As soon as you see them gifts, as soon as you see your new body, what the, you ain't going to be thinking about America, man.
No.
And we can't wait. You know, but that's why we do this. That's why we out here when nobody want to listen. That's cool. We know what this is. We know what this leads to. And we see the brothers out through all the states doing the same thing, coming back to their heritage, doing what they're supposed to do, right? We don't need a whole bunch of people. Listen, the Lord don't deal like that. He always deals with small numbers. He deals with the things people don't think is going to grow. Then when it does grow, you're too late because you didn't have faith when it was just a mustard seed. Right? Yep. It's for those that have that asset. Right? Not everybody came to John the Baptist and listened to him in the wilderness. Not everybody, a lot of people thought he was crazy. But you ain't gonna listen to that crazy man. A lot of dudes on the corner like that because the Lord told us to come out here. He even told us if nobody come, prophesy to the wind. Do it because I told you to do it.
That's right.
That's what he said. And he called this foolishness.
Yep. Yep.
Right? The Lord called, and what is it in Corinthians?
Yeah.
He said it
Preaching.
pleases him
Yep.
by the foolishness of preaching because he knows nobody going to listen.
Yep.
But he wants us to do it
That's
because
it.
it glorifies him.
That's it.
That's how the Lord works. So these people out here don't even understand why we out here a lot of times.
Yeah.
But we know why we out here.
Yeah.
The Lord told us to do it. Right? And we're going to continue to do it to the so-called white man force us off the street. You guys will force us, bitch.
Yeah.
Because we love doing this. It's a labor of love. Right?
Yeah.
We don't give a, we didn't have people throw shit at us, fight us, cops on us, all type of shit. We stay here, baby. We ain't going nowhere till the Lord shut our mouth. Go ahead, bro.
You know, it's it on there. Yeah, that was it.
And that's one thing you ain't gonna see with these fake ass Christians. They don't come out here like that. They don't stand for their truth because it ain't the truth. The prophets were always out on the highways and the marketplaces when you read the scriptures. They was always out where you could see them and come stop and hear them. It wasn't in no fucking building owned by the government, man. So man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We've been out here long enough, man. We want to give all praises and glory
To
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kadash.
the one that saw teachers, the elder apostles, a great millstone, shalom to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Wafla Babal.
Wafla Babal.
Shalom.
Shalom.